All right, you're good.
Okay, so two things. First off, for all of you, remember that this is the last D&D night before the expansion start. Before I forget this, so the next 2 weeks, the next 2 Wednesdays, we will not have D&D because we'll be all playing the new expansion. But the Wednesday following, that being the 29th, we will resume as per normal.
Okay.
So, keeping that in mind, but I'm also going to have a really busy 2 weeks beyond just the expansion, so that's part of the reason for it too. All right, but last time, when you were within this section of this temple, you managed to fight your way inside the central temple surrounded by this moat, taking out a large number of the guards and making your way to this upper portion of the temple floor, whereupon you found a self-described queen who looked to be an elf that had wings, sitting atop a throne. The throne uprisen before what appears to be an old ancient map carved into flagstone. Your bard distracted her long enough to get her away from the throne, whereupon your druid, not your druid,
Hunter?
your hunter, your ranger, took the opportunity to get as close to the horn as possible, blowing it, summoning the genie Atair, who had been slaving away within these dwarven ruins for 101 years. Disappointment and confusion ensued, and eventually you basically just told the genie, okay, slay the bitch, and you can go back to your home plane. That was done. She did. As she did, she disappeared into a howl, and her stuff all dropped on the floor, including a particularly powerful spear, which your ranger now wields, as well as a couple of expensive jewelry. You took out all of these guards that were also surrounding her. The guards all looked like they were kind of drugged. After that finished particular fight, you also managed to get the alpha code for Honeydew, who I might add for your benefit is looking pretty battered at this point, but is still raring to go.
Looking like a honey don't.
Mm-hmm. You tried to rest within the temple grounds itself. That didn't go over too well. You managed to retreat back into the nearby canyon, rest, and then come back in here. But it's become pretty obvious at this point that the guards of this portion of the citadel are kind of onto you. Or at the very least, they're made known of your presence. You fought your way into the northern portion of this temple. I'm sorry, you were going to say something?
I was gonna say I hope so. Like we did slay like 20 of them when they came to check on us while we were sleeping.
Yeah, they're kind of they know you're there. You fought your way into the northern portion of the citadel, taking down a couple of guards that were hunkered around this dwarven statue who represents Moradin, the dwarven patron saint, as it were. This portion of the citadel looks like it's a far gone, ruined sort of plaza, some sort of trade market. You took out a particularly nasty Umberhulk and then opened up these doors that were kind of closed shut and pinned shut from the other side. After having Honeydew open those doors, you looked beyond into the caverns beyond, seeing opening in the floor descends downward into this part of the chasm, and there are hundreds of tombs and crypts of dwarves that sprawl out in this portion of the cavern, almost like a miniature city. And you see these undead-looking creatures immediately begin to bound in your direction as the doors are opened, seemingly letting them free. So everybody needs to start this by rolling initiative.
How the hell is a 14 initiative a critical failure?
So it rolls twice, and
Right.
there's a 1 in there, so it makes it red, but the other one was a 12.
Oh, all right.
He gets advantage on his initiative, so
No, I know. I'm just saying that's.
Okay, I just made it red because one of the two was a 1.
which is a little silly because it shouldn't do that. Anyway, Tuck, you're up first. There's enough room that you can shimmy on beyond Honeydew if you wanted to get into the chamber beyond.
I'm going to sneak in then. I'm going to hit the guy right to my right.
All right.
And as I find my sheet here. 1.
No.
2.
All right. The first swing misses wildly. You follow through very, very stubbornly with 2 follow-up punches hard into this creature.
You've
9,
unlocked a new feat.
14,
Only roll critical strike.
21. All right. He's not dead, but he's super badly injured.
Yeah.
Achievement unlocked. More crits, more problems.
I'm gonna do 3 blows.
All right.
Hang on here.
All right. The final punch manages to give in as this creature goes down with his last breath, whatever constitutes a breath for this creature.
And I'm gonna move right back here.
Wait. Before Garen completes, Honeydew's up next. Can I throw this out there? Do we have to command Honeydew, or can we do it on Honeydew's turn?
From your prior experience, you have to be command Honeydew in order for Honeydew to do something.
And all that has to do is someone that goes before Honeydew has to tell Honeydew to do something, right?
Yes.
Okay. Honeydew, attack
Acknowledged.
this dildo.
Dodo not recognized. Attacking target.
And I'm gonna hide in this corner here. Is this half cover, full cover?
It depends on where you're being attacked from.
Would you be so kind as to describe the undead? All I see is bald guys eating butterflies.
Sure. Well, they. I'll tell you what. They look like this.
Oh, they're eating an arm.
Okay, see the
More context.
yeah, exactly. You don't get to see the sides, on the outsides of his hands, just the insides on the token. So it looks like a bald guy eating a butterfly. To me, that's what it looks like. Half a butterfly sticking out.
I do not eat butterflies.
No, I'm
All
thinking,
right.
what kind of undead eats butterflies? It's like a.
So we know what your Rorschach test ends up saying about you.
All right. So Honeydew is going to make his way in and attack the as of yet unacknowledged dildo.
Rorschach.
Move
Is
in
that,
with
is
one
that
slam.
the gnome back in the Dwarven city?
What dildo?
No, Rorschach.
Oh. Anyway, 1 slam, 2 slam. All right. Both of those attacks will connect, and with 2 hard punches, he takes out this creature. Kent, you're up.
Ken's going to run to the doorway. And can I see any of those creatures from the door?
Yes, it is slants down at this point, and there's a little bit of stone architecture that gives a little bit of cover to these guys from this distance, but it's slanted in such a way that you're still able to see them and get a clear shot on them if you wish.
Well, Kent wants to know if he can try dominate undead on one of those using
the
his
staff.
Yeah.
What's the challenge rating on that? Minimum?
I don't know because you never really wrote that. I just wrote the description down. As an action command, one hand.
1/2 or lower.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what they were.
So, okay. I'll say this. I'll allow you to try it.
Okay.
But you'll need to make an Arcana check.
All right, I'll try it anyway. I'll give it a shot.
All right, which one are you trying?
I'll do this one here.
Okay. You, even at a distance, manage to shoot out the black energy from the staff, and you watch it as it kind of swarms around the ghoul in such a way, and it grasps its head in pain for just a brief second, and you feel this dark energy begin to emanate from the staff. And as it does, you watch as whatever constitutes the pupils for this undead creature rolls to the back of its eyes, and it stiffens up straight. You get the sense that maybe the spell worked.
Okay. I assume that I will eventually just tell it to attack its fellow creatures. But if I can't do that on this turn, then fine.
We'll say you can if you wish. You can command it mentally.
Okay. I tell it to attack its fellow creature, and I'm going to probably step back about 5 feet. Because that shouldn't be bad enough.
All right. Dr. Connors, you're up next.
Well, I'm not going to attack the charm guy. But did you say that this was half cover or full cover or whatever these things are?
It depends on the angle at which you attack. They're ducked in enough that they're going to get at least a little bit of cover.
Okay. So if I were to run like here, perhaps, and try to shoot this guy. I'm just gonna do it. Here we go. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna try and shoot him. What do I need to do? What
Just
kind of
make an attack.
modifier?
Just
Okay.
make it a straight up attack roll, whatever you're going to try to
And
do.
you said they're undead, correct?
Yes, clearly.
Cool. I'm gonna use a charge of my bow.
Okay. It's a little loud. All right. So, Bow of the Wilds for undead or fiends only. What is the charge?
I get a +4 to undeads and fiends.
Oh, because of your favored
Yeah, so
favored target.
yes, sir. So I just set up 2 different bows. That way I
Okay.
didn't have to just say hey, add 4. It already did it.
Okay. All right. Sure.
And
Okay.
then-
So that attack's gonna hit.
Then 8 poison. No, yeah, 8 poison damage. They're grappled until next turn.
Okay. So the bad news is they're immune to poison.
Cool. All right.
What's the 2 fucking damage on that?
I had to roll 1d8 or whatever for the bow to see what
Oh,
one I
okay.
did. That's what I
Okay.
charge.
All right.
So,
So-
yeah, the fucking damage.
Highlander 8, the
So it's only the
fucking.
14 damage piercing, and then 8 poison, which they're immune to, and they're grappled till next turn. The 2 on the right is just the 1d whatever.
Okay, so he's grappled. All
Or
right.
the 1d6. Yep.
So no poison damage. All right, Tegan, you're up. I might add, for what it's worth, Miles. When you shoot the bow and use a charge, it uses the damage from that 1d8 as opposed to the piercing damage it would otherwise normally do.
Oh.
So
So
it would do the 8 poison damage and then grapple it as opposed to 14 piercing.
Oh. Okay. I thought. Okay. Understood.
So you grappled the shit out of it.
You grappled the
So-
shit out of him.
I did not do 14 damage, but I did
You-
grapple him. Is that
You
what
did
you're
no
saying?
damage, but you grappled him.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Damn RNG.
So I will use Shillelagh and power up my staff.
Are you just keeping it a staff?
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move here. And I would like to ready a Cure Wounds action.
All right.
Actually,
Ready.
Sorry. Ready a Healing Word.
Sure.
Oh, actually, no, I can't do that. Cure Wounds. Yep. I was
Okay.
right the first time.
Okay. All right. So, the first action is with the light now pouring into this place. The 3 ghouls in the back are going to do their best to attempt to hide. What is everybody's passive? What's the highest passive perception amongst all of you?
I have 15.
15.
I have 17.
You have
I have-
17.
Will has 18.
Wow,
Has
you have
what,
some really
sorry?
good passive perception. Passive
You are
perception.
very wise.
Passive wisdom perception, yes.
10 here, yeah.
Those are some high perception rolls. Okay, so the first one does not hide.
It's by design.
The second one will, and the third one will not. So, you watch as one of them kind of disappears from view. You don't know where it goes. The others are just going to shift around behind cover as best they can, and kind of hiss and growl at you as they do.
Now, question. Does the one I have charm go on their turn, or does it go on my turn?
It goes on their turn. So what'll happen then is the charmed one knows about the one that is grappled,
Okay.
having seen that effect, and it's going to move right up next to that ghoul and attempt to attack him.
Okay.
You watch as he attempts to bite into that creature, and he does so hard. And the grappled ghoul is going to turn around and attempt to bite at the other ghoul who is charmed. And will hit it. That being said, because it's dominated, even though... No, I guess it does make a new wisdom save. Okay, it's not going to beat that DC of yours. Alright, so we'll call that good. Will, you're up next.
Will is going to move. Can I sneak past the stone golem to say get here?
Probably not.
Okay. All right, then I am not going to do a dash action. I'm just going to move 10, 25. Guess I'll stay there. That's my move. And since I can't see any of the ghouls, I can see the I can see the room though through the open doorway. Yes.
You can see the room, and I'll say that you can see these two fighting it out. The two in the back, you're not going to be able to see from where you are. Not very well, anyway.
Well, I'm not going to assume that Will can know which one of them is charmed and which isn't, and so he's not going to attack either. The room itself, these blocks,
Those are all sarcophagi.
they're all sarcophagi. Oddly shaped sarcophagi. Would you not agree?
They're small
Some
for
of them, yes.
dwarves.
There's a couple of them have, you might see a couple of them have juts out. Those are supposed to be representative of different carvings of different dwarves, probably nobility, but they are all sarcophagi.
The small ones were for dogs and cats.
All right. Well, I was going to ask if this bore any resemblance, if the layout bore any resemblance to the city on the floor in the throne room, but I'm guessing no.
I'll make a history check of that.
Okay. Surely. Fire.
Yeah, you don't know.
Okay. In that case, I am going to. Not really much I can do, so I'm going to stay and not do anything.
All right. Go ahead and move the snake because you'd rolled his initiative, I think, late, and you didn't get to move the snake if you wish.
Snake slithers.
I was talking but not holding down the button. Sorry. I think I can make it to about here, so I'll just make it there.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Tuck, your turn next.
I can get the guy in the back. I'm going to hit him.
All right. Yes. And yes. Too hard. When you come up through with one solid hit, the ghoul reels back as it does. You follow through with a flourish. That cuts hard against the ghoul's head, and it knocks it clean off. He watches the body shudders and shakes as if spasming and dies.
Yeah, okay. Move to here and wait.
All right.
As far as I can go.
All right.
Wait, hang on. If I'm there. What's this guy here? Is he... Oops, what's this guy? Is he...
Grappled.
Crap. No, there's no advantage. I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. Honeydew's going to shift just a little bit off to the left, enough that you guys could squeeze by him if you wish, and he'll say, awaiting direct. Kent, you're up.
All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to squeeze past Honeydew up to here. And I am going to... I'm sure that there's cover to this guy. Well, I'm going to cast Firebolt at him anyway.
All right.
Once I find my Firebolt.
You watch as the firebolts almost looks like it'll connect, but it crashes into some of the nearby sarcophagi, causing some of the some rock and rubble to splinter off of it.
Gotcha. And I'll just be kind of there. I'm still, obviously telling my thing to attack.
Right.
And before I go, I'll say, Honeydew, Find another target. Preferably a ghoul.
Acquiring. Dr. Connor is your next.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot the one that's grappled.
All right.
Not using charge.
Okay. That will connect. And you shoot the one that's grappled with relative ease. It's like shooting a target. The arrow finds its head, and whatever constitutes this creature causes it to go down.
Cool. Fuck it. I'm just gonna have the snake kill the one that's charmed, or try to bite it.
Yep.
I don't think it's immune to poison. So yeah,
It is, but the piercing damage is enough that it takes that one out.
sweet. Cool.
Ah!
I think I'm gonna
No.
try and move.
Kent is
Can I
shaken
squeeze through here.
mentally. Yeah, you could probably squeeze by Kent if you wished.
When aren't I shaking mentally?
Okay, there you go.
All right. All right.
Good point, Krell. Good point.
All right. Your snake will go next.
Cool. Is my snake able to get in between these things, or does it have to like take a long path around, or how does it work?
Your snake's probably thin enough that it can sneak Bonba through.
Or slither over. They're not 20 foot high,
All right. Sweet.
sarcophagi.
So, Kelly, did you see what I typed?
Come on through.
Yep.
Here.
Okay.
So, if you're going to use your ready to action, go ahead and cast it now.
You're still hurting on hit points, aren't you?
Yep.
All right. Your snake can slither around. That 21 will connect on him. The bite will pierce in. Okay.
Hiss.
Hiss. Hiss and such. All right. Tegan, you're up.
Okay. Everything's so far away from me. All I'm going to... You know what? Let's do something different. Let's... One sec. Is his movement speed? Okay. Quick question. Is Wild Shape considered an action or a bonus action?
Link the ability.
Let's find out together.
That's a good question because I'm still not seeing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. That's why I was...
We'll call it a free action for now.
Okay. All right.
You can
then,
revert using a bonus action on your turn.
Right,
Yes.
but it doesn't say anything about what it is turning
Right.
into.
We'll call the shift as a free action.
Okay, so this is what I would like to do. I'm going to use my action as a dash to move to here.
Okay.
That's 35 feet. And then I'm going to use Wild Shape to turn into a panther.
All right.
Summoning a pack of 8 panthers. No.
No. So then as Panther, since Panther has 50 feet of movement,
Mhm.
I should be able to somehow wiggle my way through over to here with my movement, correct?
You dashed as an action, correct?
Right.
Okay. So you used, yeah. If you can shapeshift as a free action. I will
Right.
say if you wanted to dash for the total movement of the panther as a dash action, then you can do that. So if you're using dash as an action, you can move as you wish a total of 100 feet in a turn.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's how far their fucking turn is? That's
They
insane.
can move 50, so that's what I was assuming.
It's like old school druid travel form.
Yep. So then what I like to do is to move right up to here.
Okay.
And let's see. Free actions used. I used my action, so I can still use a bonus action, right?
If you wish.
And cat just knocked everything over. You know what? No, I'm just gonna stay in cat form. I was gonna do something different, but I'll
Okay.
stay there like that.
All right. Just a second. I'm just gonna, just so we don't lose the token, I'm just gonna drag the character token on top of the transform token. All right, so the ghouls will go next. So, first things first, this one's going to shift around over here, and he's going to attempt to take a swipe against Big Snake. I don't think
Outta
it's
here,
going to
you
be Big
fucking
Snake's
nerd.
AC.
Nope.
All right. And then, as you're watching this, kind of calling it out, the hidden token, the one is going to swipe at you from behind.
Nope.
Only rolls an 11, though. You catch it at the corner of your eye. It's not a particularly stealthy creature once it gets up close, unfortunately, and you manage to easily dodge its swipe. Will, you're up next.
Unfortunately, I thought it's a pretty fortunate for us,
Well,
actually.
fortunate for you.
Brum, brum.
Yeah, pardon the blender. And you want to know why I want to get it up working on my tablet, right?
Hmm.
Sorry, we're fixing motorcycles today. Hold on.
Brum, brum, brum.
Will sees him pop out, I assume, and he's going to move up to, I guess, here. And, near hugging the car, staying close to the sarcophagus. If I say hugging, I know you guys will have a good laugh. And says to him, ghoulish, more like foolish. And it's in the Bing.
1 psychic damage.
Let me check something on that real quick while I'm thinking about it in the back of my head.
I don't
Like
know.
why? Like if it should be
Psychic
doing more
damage.
than 1 psychic damage?
Well, if it should be doing 2d4, and it should, it's only doing 1d4. So hold that thought.
2d4, really?
Yep. It
I think
changes
it
to
scales by
2d4.
level.
It's supposed to scale by level, and it's not.
Oh, well, we probably didn't build it into the sheet mechanic.
Yeah, the cantrip progression isn't set right.
I'll roll a.
Roll,
a
I just
D4.
changed it. Go, well, hang on. I just changed it. Roll it one more time.
Well, I just added a d4 to the 1.
Or
If it rolled 1 d4.
Okay,
I
we'll
just
count
added
the
another D4.
we'll count the 5 damage, but I'm gonna do a roll on your character sheet just to make sure it does it correctly this time. Short answer, no.
How do you know?
Because it only rolls.
You
Because
hover
you
over
can-
and it says rolling 1d4.
if you hover over the damage, it tells you what dice were rolled.
Ah.
So it's not counting the cantrip dice as a progression. That sucks.
Out of curiosity, whoever posted that thing about that you find 2 guards, one tells the truth, one tells a lie. The barbarian runs
That's
up and kills one. It's like this one liar.
Just one liar.
That was funny.
Bear with me a minute. All right, well, we're just going to do it the hard, old-fashioned way then. Well, now it's set correctly. Won't work with the cantrip progression dice, probably because it's a saving throw. But all right, so we'll count the 5 damage then.
Well, he gets a save, right?
Right. So
He does not save.
nope. Okay, so he takes the 5 damage. He'll have disadvantage on the next attack.
Oh, we lose somebody?
Lost Crow.
Lost me.
Yeah.
I just saw you disconnect from the game.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I'll reload that.
At the top of the round is Tuck.
I will move here. And I will hit him
All right.
as soon as I find my character again here.
All right. 19 will connect. The 11 will not. All right. To follow through with the strike, you take him out. There's one left.
Where?
Next to Dr. Connors.
Oh. Shit. I'm going to move to here and tell Honeydew, attack.
Acknowledged. Honeydew, on his turn, seeing that he's not really, as big creature as he is, not really able to easily squeeze in, is instead going to, you see some light shoot up in its eyes, and he's going to attempt to attack the last ghoul with a slow. Which he also fails. This creature is demoralized and slowed. Kent, you're up.
Shoot that guy with a firebolt.
All right.
Where we at? Firebolts. I keep losing it.
He's illuminated hard in flame, but he's not quite dead.
Kent's just going to stay where he's at.
All right.
I shall insult him a second time.
I see that he's attacking me, so I drop my bow and I pull out Windvane, this gigantic pole arm, and I attempt to shove it through his belly.
Attaboy.
Okay.
You miss.
Damn. All right. The spear crackles with lightning energy, but goes right beside him. He's too quick for me. That's it.
All right. You try to get this spear into the slowed creature, and somehow it's just not connecting. You're almost surprised by how that happened.
Wait,
Your
Did
snake.
you with the minus
did
2
you
AC?
minus the 2 AC?
Nope. No, I didn't. Thank you for reminding me. In that case, you do hit.
Ah!
It appears as though it misses, but it was so fast.
I was so quick. It looked like it missed. I just pulled it out so fast that he didn't even know it hit him.
Two things. One, that's not an effect of the golem's slow, but two, will allow it because I didn't think to look at it a second time. So, and I only had 2 hit points as it is anyway, so somebody was going to take him out. So we'll call it good.
Fine.
Oh, that's
Got a
not
combat.
that's not the same as a regular slow spell then.
Not as regular slow. No, golem slow is different.
Oh,
Never mind.
okay. I didn't know that. I thought it was the same. My bad.
Almost the same.
Okay. Shall we search this room?
Tell me more about these sarcophagi
Make a
and the
perception.
treasures they hold. Perception check.
Perception.
You don't see shit. Kent, looking at some of the reliefs in this room,
Yeah.
you can see the reliefs themselves portray actually what look to be a number of gods. And if you wish, I'll allow you to make a religion check to discern which ones.
I would like to. Oh, and I crit failed. Look at that. I crit failed, but it was an 8. Damn.
Oh.
I have +7 to religion. How stupid is that?
Can I do a perception check for any of these engravings on here that happen to say the word honeydew on them?
You can check and check and check. None of them say honeydew on them.
Okay, thank you. That's all I was interested in.
Well, you can spy a couple of different figurines that might be worth value amongst some of the tombs themselves here. You think if you spent some time, you could probably gather up maybe about 50 gold worth of figurines and keepsakes and funeral masks and things that are otherwise belonging to these dead dwarves.
Yeah, absolutely not. No, there's no reason to defile these sarcophagi. What I will, however, spend some time looking around. This wall in the back, how high is it? Can I see over it or past it? And if not, what can I see off to the side here?
Yeah, so you can see, so it leads into a natural cavern, and you can see the wall itself is not so high. Well, it's high enough that it can obscure your vision a little bit, but not so high that there's not already spots crumbling on the other side. And peering inside, it looks like there may have been a catacomb of sorts beyond the wall here, but whatever once lied beyond here has long since been is long since gone. And you would not be entirely surprised if the ghouls may have originated from beyond the wall.
Is that a cliff or is it a wall beyond the man-made structure?
It enters into beyond the wall itself. It's part of a natural cavern.
All right, so that's a cave wall, a regular wall running along the back here.
Right.
This is a cave wall. Not
right.
For a minute, I thought it was a drop.
No, the only drop is off to the left down this ravine.
All right, so this is a wall as well, and there's nothing
Correct.
to see beyond it. Okay. Any of the sarcophagi look? Any of the names correspond to the names that, or link to the names that of the sarcophagi I studied back in the Forge of Fury?
None of the names stand out to you as being akin. However, go ahead and make a religion check to see if you can discern the relief carvings in here yourself.
Yeah.
Man, you don't know.
All right. Onward.
Okay. So we pretty much got everything there.
More or less.
All right.
Let's listen to this door here.
Tegan, are you still in tiger form? Panther form?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Drag yourself where you wish.
All right. Pull them out here.
Well, you don't hear anything by the door.
Does it open?
Are you going to try to open it?
Yeah, why not?
All right. You open the door in what looks to be once been one of the little shops that made up this plaza. It has long since turned into dust. Peering inside, it looks like it may have been. You catch spare glimpses of old but shattered equipment that looks like this may have been a tailor at one point.
Okay.
Do we search the room?
Does the dust look like there are any tracks, any recent activity?
Make a perception check. Something has moved about in this room, but you don't think it's in there anymore.
Something that left tracks?
Yes.
Man tracks or animal tracks?
Animal tracks, at least. You don't recognize the tracks, though. They don't look like a natural animal.
How big is each, for lack of a better term, footprint?
They are.
Paw print, hoof print.
Yeah.
Mandible print, whatever it is.
The prints themselves look like it looks almost akin to maybe the kind of tracks that the snake would leave behind, Dr. Connor's pet, but the tail is much thinner.
Flying snake, no.
But I no longer think it's in here.
You don't get the sense just looking inside.
Well, see, now I gotta search the room.
Looking around the room, you don't find anything.
If I don't. All right,
you don't find anything.
I would have regretted not doing it. That's fine. I'm out. Next.
Dr. Connors?
I will kick this door open.
The kick door reverberates throughout the cavern. The sound does. Peering inside, this looks to be the shattered remains of what may have been a jeweler, although whatever tattered anything of worth that was once in here looks like it's long since been taken.
I'll search the room for some sort of trap.
Perception.
Yeah,
no traps, but you do see the same sort of tracks that Will saw earlier in the other place.
Don't you know what kind of tracks they would be?
Yeah, can I try to discover what kind of tracks those are?
They would not be a creature you would have likely ever encountered.
You don't know me. You don't know where I've been.
I know he's part
Just
snake.
kidding.
I
Okay,
mean, he's done some slumming in the reptile places.
It's not a snake that you've ever seen, if it is a snake.
All
Dot
right.
Connors, if you're going to move up in this direction, I'll add for your benefit.
I was going to start, but then I saw this was an empty hallway, and I decided that was not what I wanted to do. But now that you've revealed it, I'd love to move up there.
So there's a hallway that continues off to the north that curves around. It looks like it heads somewhere else.
Somewhere off of the map. Let's see
Somewhere
what's
off of
over
this
in
section.
one. Hey guys, come over here in case when I kick down this door,
There's something
I
behind
get
it.
in trouble.
I'm here.
So every time we listen at the door, and we open it, we find that there's people behind it, and we fight them anyways. So I'm just gonna kick down this door.
Looks like a small passageway leading onto another door.
Of course it does. All right, I
Like
gotta
you
check that for
opened
traps for sure.
You opened the smallest door possible.
What are you attempting to percept, Miles?
Oh, if there's any traps.
No.
All right, I'll kick down this door.
You see the shattered remains of another shop. Again, the kicked down door, the sound reverberating through the caverns. Inside here, it looks like this looks like it may have been the shattered remains of a baker's shop. You see long since shattered stone ovens.
Do I see any traps?
No.
All right. That's all I needed to know. Does anyone want to
I'm here.
go to on the next? Okay, I'll just. Here we go. Dooring it up. I'll wait till my friends get around me so that I'm not fucked as soon as I open this. Sweet. All right. I'm gonna open this door without kicking it.
Okay.
Just a
Gently open it.
Okay. Generally opening this door, it looks to be an extension of the baker's shop as well, but in here, you see hanging on a hook on the side of the wall, close to the other door leading into the first half that you saw, looks to be a cloak.
Ooh, I love cloaks, and mine is old and dirty and tattered.
You know what would be very funny? If
What's
that
that?
cloak attacked you like a carpet. Anyway. Like Doctor Strange's cloak.
That would be hilarious.
What is
Blinking of death.
What does the room look like as far as traps?
Perception check.
21.
You don't get the sense that there's any traps within this room.
Sweet. I'll head on in and check out the cloak hanging in the corner by itself.
Mm-hmm.
What corner?
Right by this door, right about here, in fact.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty large, actually. It could easily cover your entire body if you chose to wear it. It looks kind of leathery.
I've never worn a cloak, but don't most cloaks, like you buy them to cover your entire body? You know what I mean?
Well, sure. It's more of a cloak than a cape, I suppose.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He found the Deathly Hollow.
Yeah! I'll throw it on and see what happens.
Okay. You throw it on, and it fits kind of well around you for a minute.
Uh-oh.
And then something bites you in the neck.
God damn it, every time. Ah! Ow! All right.
Will just kind of points and goes, I knew it!
Tail?
Yep.
Hmm.
This creature is now wrapped around you. You are grappled.
Sweet.
And that's kind of what it looks like.
Why would I ever put that on? Look at that. That doesn't look anything like a cloak.
It can
Crazy.
disguise itself to look like a cloak.
No, you stupid cloaker.
All right. So the 14 will miss. The 22 will hit. And if the target is large or smaller, the cloaker attaches to it. It's already attached to you. If the cloaker has advantage against you, which it does, it's attached to your head, and you are blinded and unable to breathe.
All right.
So you are in the process of suffocating, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
It's funny.
We use the disco music for this. All right.
I'll bet you know what kind of tracks they are from now on.
At least it wasn't a carpet.
All right. It was not a carpet. Snake
Fool
goes
me
first. Snake goes
Hold
first.
on 1 second.
Fool me once.
I thought I had some bullshit about not being able to be surprised, but I can't find it, so I'm gonna ignore it for now. All right, Snake, let's do this shit. Snake is real mad and sees this thing attacking me, so she's gonna try and bite him.
All right. The bite hits.
Yeah, it does. All right, I don't know. She's gonna stay close.
So
trying
as
to get this thing off me.
as the bite goes in, while this creature is attached to you, about half of that's going to hit the creature. being
The
total
other
of-
half is going to hit you.
and the other half is going to hit Dr. Connors. The good news is Dr. Connors is immune to poison. The bad news is he's not immune to the piercing damage. So as your snake bites into this creature that's attached to you, you take 4 points of damage.
That's so wrong.
And this, friends, is why we don't needlessly venture into the Underdark.
Or throw on strange cloaks.
Cloaks. Will, you're up next.
Now, does he have to take a long rest to get attuned to that cloak?
No.
All right. Will, thoroughly amused, is going to move to here, and then kind of. Well, he chuckles and he does the old "my dog, yes please" on the cloaker.
There you go. All right. So, whoops, did that with advantage, but we'll count the 6. Okay. So first off, because he's still technically attached to Dr. Connors, you're still taking 6 points of that damage. But as
It's psychic damage.
still split.
Okay.
To its brain. Okay.
But as it takes that hit, it will detach itself from Dr. Connors. And how fast is its movement? Fly of 40 feet. All right, it begins to flap its leathery wings as it detaches from Dr. Connors, and it begins to fly off into this corner. As it does, the snake and Dr. Connors can make an attack of opportunity against it if you wish.
Yeah, I wish.
All right, Dr. Connors, you miss. The snake misses too.
Cool.
But it is your turn next.
All right. So this is a polearm. Does it have reach, or do I need to get right up next to it?
Let me check.
All right. It doesn't say it has reach anywhere on it, but normally polearms do, so I figured I'd ask.
Since the
We'll say yes for
since the cloak is no longer on Dr. Connors, is he still blind and
No.
suffocating? Okay.
No.
He's
As
neither.
it
Alright.
flees, Dr. Connors comes up with a big long breath. You motherfucker!
Sounds like me, yeah.
Yep. I was just checking to make sure.
He's pretty
I'm
badly for what it's worth.
I'm gonna move up and use my attack action to Wind Vein.
All right,
Oh.
you crit hard into this creature as it retreated away.
And then on my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Spirit on top of myself.
All right.
Yeah, there it is.
That's a level 2 spell. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and drag the healing spirit where you wish and give yourself the health. Great draw.
There you go.
All right. On the cloaker's turn, you see it roar out, and all of you who are within sight of this creature watch in surprise as 3 more of these things suddenly shift and spawn. There are now 4 of them hovering around.
Just so we're clear, I didn't see any of those with a 21 perception. Fuck.
You were peering for traps. Panther, Tegan, you're up next.
All right. Well, kind of changes what I was planning on doing. So let's do this. I'll use my bonus action to get rid of the panther, so I'm back to normal form and get rid of that token. And then I would like to do an animal handling check on these guys to see if these guys are following the standard rules of animals or not.
Which standard rule would that be? I'm sorry, you said you shapeshifted back into human
To
form?
normal form. Yep.
Okay, all right. So we'll get rid of the panther token.
Yep. So I do animal handling to see if possibly I can use animal friendship with them to calm them down.
Okay,
that's
sure.
my ultimate goal.
So go ahead and make a nature check.
Oh, nature, not animal handling. Okay.
Oh, is animal handling a check?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it is. Go ahead and make an animal handling check. Sure.
Alright,
We'll
good.
allow that.
And that.
You don't know.
Not as
Alright.
high as you would want it to be.
No, but it did have my 7 bonus, which compared to the other thing did not have anything. So, all right. So what I will do then. You know what? For giggles, I'm going to go ahead and cast Animal Friendship on this guy anyway.
Okay. Seems like it has no effect.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Well, I tried. And he's inside the door, so I'm technically not engaged with him right now, correct?
Correct.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over to this door. And open it, so I can see in.
All right. Yeah, it's already open. Will's already gone inside.
Okay, you went through that door? All right.
Mhm.
And that'll be it for me.
No, I did not go through or open that door. I mean, I went in through the side.
Yeah, I thought you went through this door.
Oh, okay.
No,
All
I
right.
went through that door and moved all the way
Oh,
around.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Specifically to make him run in the other direction.
sure. Okay, so the door's open.
Yep.
Honeydew will stay there awaiting a directive. Tuck, you're up next.
The door in front of me is open, right?
Yep.
I'm going to move up and I'm going to hit this guy.
All right. Okay. The 12 will miss. On that 16, I'd like you to go ahead and roll 1d4 for me. Okay. You hit one of the phantasms, and it disappears.
Then I will move over here and hit this guy.
All right. Okay. Now, I think you should have to type it in, but do roll 1d3.
Slash roll.
All right. You think you hit the real one that time. He's injured. All right.
Get that, people?
Sure.
Gent, you're up.
All right. I'm going to go to
Let's go.
right there. I'm
Mhm.
going to point myself northerly. I'm going to cast Burning Hands,
All right.
and my guys should be fine.
Okay. I'm glad you called that out, because otherwise I was absolutely going to make them do a dex save.
Hang on, where the hell is? Well, I wasn't not going to call it out.
All right. Okay. So, the one in the middle manages to dodge the brunt of it, taking a little bit of damage. The other two disappear as your burning hands engulfs.
Okay. And then I'm just going to stand there and be all mage-like.
All right, whatever that entails. Snake.
I'm gonna bite him.
All right. 20 connects. He hits this creature hard, who is now reeling. He's looking pretty badly injured.
He needs to make a con save, unless he's immune to poison, in which case he does not.
He is not immune, and he takes full brunt.
Okay.
All right. Will is up next.
Will is going to he's going to look at him and say, "Cloaker looks more like a joker to me. You look like more like a jamoke."
It dies just from the big pun.
It takes 10 points of pun damage.
My mockery is vicious.
Uh-huh. All right.
Look at that 2d4 roll, am I right?
Okay, he fails to save, taking the full brunt of that damage. He takes pun damage.
Someday I'm going to kill something monolithic with a vicious mockery quip. Someday.
Someday. It's the dream. Dr. Connors, this creature that was attached to you as a cloak, is now very badly injured. It looks like it's getting ready to try to flee.
Well, as I start my turn, I'm going to roll for that healing spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Heal myself for 6. And then I'm going to attack
Let's go.
this guy with my Wind Vein.
All right. 20 will connect. As it does, you watch as the lightning energy crackles through this creature as this powerful spear finds its way into the leathery wing of this creature. It rears back in a bit, crying out in pain before it dies.
Piece of shit.
You're out of combat.
I'm going to heal some more on this healing spirit. Did anyone else take damage?
Prowl.
Nope, I'm good now.
Sorry.
So, Dr. Connor, use them all on yourself.
Never be sorry for that.
Okay, I'm going to walk back out the room.
So I will ask Dr. Connors, is he still fairly hurt, or is that
No, I'm full.
you're full? All right.
Can
Will
I,
walk out the door and go, "Oh, hey, Tegan." You walk down the corner and look around.
having never seen this creature before, I want to kind of study it so I can avoid that bullshit again.
Okay. Make a survival check as you do so. Okay.
Sure.
So you've not seen this creature before, but what you can gather about it, it clearly disguises itself to look like cloaks in order to attach itself onto prey and essentially drain the life from them. And as far as recognizing whether a cloak is a cloaker, the trick is to look for it's as far as you can tell is going to be to look for the leathery sort of sinew that makes up the cloak, and look for the tips of its wings and the barb of its tail.
Cool. I'll stick to my undead carpet cloak. Thank you very much.
I was going to say, if you had correctly failed that, right? I was going to be like, and from this day on, he tried on every cloaker he could possibly try.
Right? Are you a cloaker? Put around self.
Is your hoker a cloaker?
Oh, man. Okay.
Pant, as you begin to enter into this portion of the chamber, you hear what sounds like moaning.
Like,
It's-
oh,
I
or
will
like,
be stealthy
no.
as-
Like,
How-
ooh, it's faint though.
Yeah, someone could have had a bad lunch. I'm going to be stealthy anyway, just as I approach the corner and peek around.
I'm going to open this door. Just
I
open it.
love it.
Peering inside, that looks like the ruined remains of a smithery.
Is there a cloak on the wall?
No.
Okay.
Do I
Sorry.
perceive any other things that I can wear? Like perhaps a pair of boots that'll try to suck my life out of me, or a belt that only pantses you.
There's a
Like
codpiece
that.
hanging on a bench.
Right? Yeah. Oh, I'll try that on.
A true succubus, as it were.
That was some fun. That was some
Take-
fun damage for sure.
I know.
You take 15 points of piercing damage, 10 points of psychic damage, and you're never going to have children.
All right. Were these rooms not connected? This
They
other
are
door
connected.
here?
You did have an open. So it looks to be
I'll open that door.
the broken forge of the smith. But you don't see any
Uh,
else of value immediately in there.
All right. Well, I'll step in and do a perception check for other things of value.
Go ahead.
Looks great to me, guys. Let's move
Looks
along.
great to you.
Follow those moans.
I'm here. Honeydew, take up
Catch the fuck up.
behind us.
We'll check down here.
Sure. The moaning gets louder as you peer down that hallway. There are bits of collections of piles of rubble, kind of along the hallway here.
All right, I'll wait for my rest of the party to catch up, and then I will head to the other corner.
Okay.
Storms are coming.
Is it really?
Oh, hell yeah. There's crazy lightning out.
Sorry, guys. Thought I was muted.
Okay.
It was just funny.
Well, as you get to about there, popping out a couple of things. First off, you can get a sense of some more hallway continuing on to the north, as well as turning around off to the east there. But as you get to about there, hopping out from some of the nearby rubble is a couple of bird creatures that come out with daggers and attempt to attack you. And two of them are close enough that they'll be able to do it.
These are Kenku that we encountered previously.
Not Tenku that you've encountered previously per se, but you've encountered these type of creatures before.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes. So, as soon as I get to the right thing pulled up. JJK. Yes. There it is. Okay, so two of them are hopping out of the darkness, and they're going to attempt to attack you with their short swords. The other one in the back behind you attempting to attack you with its short bow. 2 swings against you, and 1 fire against you. You take... Okay, so you take the swing from the short sword, you take the arrow in the back.
Ow.
Everybody needs to roll initiative.
Can we talk about how much I fucking hate these guys? Such little fucks.
Just a second. Okay. All right. Takio, go first.
Just gonna hit the one right in front of me.
All right.
That's a dead Kenku.
All right. So the first swing comes in, you bludgeon him hard. You come through with a follow through before he can even raise his eyes back up at you. That's a dead Kenku, all right.
And I'm going to go back to the one behind me here and hit him.
All right. That one misses. He manages to duck out of the way before that swing comes in.
Flurry of blows.
You follow through with an unexpected swing in, bludgeon him hard on the beak, but he's still standing.
I would like to, since I did flurry of blows, try and knock him back. So strength check.
All right.
And
He fails.
So I shoot him 15 feet towards Dagan.
Okay. He shoved back.
Now, why would you do that?
Won't you have some fun too?
I know, I'd have more fun if he just stayed engaged with them.
All right. Snick is next.
Unsurprisingly, snake's gonna bite.
All right. Bite comes in hard, hitting the creature around, grasping around its neck. You hear a ghostly wail from this creature before it collapses with bird noises and dies.
Fucking Kenku.
Kent, you're up next.
Kent is going to make a dash all the way to 5 feet from this door.
Okay.
And then that will be Kent's turn.
All right. All right. Dr. Connors, you hear a door opening up from behind. And you see another one of these cloaked wizardy creatures who looks at Honeydew, and then he's going to shoot what looks to be he's going to shoot what looks to be a bolt of lightning right at Honeydew.
Thank God this isn't Baldur's Gate or we'd be fucked. It'd be bouncing off the walls all the way down the hallway.
I'll keep that in mind the next time I pick up Baldur's Gate. All right, so he'll make that dex save. He's not very good with. He fails to save. He watches a lightning bolt cracks hard into Honeydew, hitting him hard. You watch bits of granite begin to fall off. He's still standing, but Honeydew looks like if he takes another one of those, that's going to be it for Honeydew. Will, you're up next.
Will is going to draw his rapier. It's going to be playing Danger Zone.
All right.
He is going to move to here, and he is going to attack.
Hey, Reagan.
All right.
I need your help.
How about the... Oops, it's advantage, so I'm going to roll again.
Yep. Okay. With Danger Zone playing in the background from your singing Red Pia, you swing in hard with your rapier, managing to find a weak point within the Kenku's leathery armor. It cries out in pain, and it goes down.
A mouse.
Oh, Killy. Just for your edification for Baldur's Gate, if you're a mage character and you cast it up the hallway this narrow, and like you see the arrow I'm pointing, it would go from there to there
to
there, and then it would probably come back and then fuck you all up. So just don't do that.
Okay.
Dude, you wash your face?
So bursting from the doorway here, you see 2 guards in leathery armor. And you can get a little bit of a peer inside this room. It looks like maybe some sort of dining room.
Now, are they bursting or are they attacking?
They're bursting through with swords drawn and they're attacking. With daggers drawn even, they're attacking. One against Tuck, one against Kent. Against Tuck will be 13, which isn't going to hit. Against Kent, not going to hit either. Not particularly skilled. Tegan, you're up next.
All right. Tell you what I'm going to do. First thing, I'm going to move up here next to Honeydew.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell Honeydew to attack the wizard.
Thank God someone remembered.
And then I am going to Thorn Whip the wizard.
All right. Not enough. He nimbly dodges out of the way before your whip manages to connect.
All right. And for my bonus action, I'll just cast Shillelagh on my staff and turn it into a rapier.
All right.
Or scimitar.
All right.
Whatever that lets me do.
We'll call the scimitar and the shield then, yeah?
Yep.
All right. The Kenku will go next. Popping out from the shadows, you see 2 in the back of the hallway here armed with short bows, and another one with a short sword drawn is going to make his way shifting down, but it's going to duck into this other side here. And then you see a second one get to about here before he ducks into the nearby cover. The 2 armed with short bows, jumping out of their own hidden rubble, are going to take 2 pot shots at will. Both attacks will land for 16 points. Will's not looking great. Honeydew will go next. He'll move right up next to this wizard, saying, engaging defensive parameters. And he's going to slam in twice hard against him. Really hard. The wizard reels back, and he's kind of on his own last legs. He did not take those 2 attacks well. Dr. Connors, you're up next.
Who dare attack my honeydew? I'm going to move up and try to hit this wizard here.
Mhm. All right. As you move up to him, he looks down at the spear and he says, "That you, Regent Slayer." He clearly recognizes the spear, but can't do anything about it before you stab him through the heart with it. He's dead.
Good, bitch.
At the top of the round, swinging out from this door and up the hallway a bit here, you see a character that looks kind of like the monks you've been seeing along the way in this portion of the cavern. But you can't help but notice this particular one has in his hands what looks like a boomerang, and it's crackling with some sort of electrical energy. And he's going to take that boomerang and he's going to throw it right at Will's face. Hitting him. I need you to make a con save, Will. All right, you barely shake off the stunning effect this has. Will, by the way, is looking very badly injured. Tuck, you're up next.
He's like
And by the way, the boomerang returns to this monk's hands.
he's like a Mega Man villain.
I'm going to attack the one that is directly above Kent.
All right. All right, so 23 will connect it with the one directly above Kent. You bludgeon him so hard that he actually goes down in one hit.
Oh, then I'm going to hit the other one with the second hit.
Takes him out. Their overconfidence was their weakness, Dooku.
I'm going to walk over here and hit this guy.
Storming outside where I am, too. All right. 10 does not connect. He ducks before your fist connects.
Okay, I'm done.
All right. Snick is next. Mr.
I was muted. I'm sorry. I don't think Snake's going to be able to do a whole lot except the dash action. So let's see.
All right.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. Kent's up next.
Kent's gonna run over here, and he's gonna look up the hallway, and he's gonna go Kamehameha, and cast a fireball where its point of origin is gonna land right there, and all my friends will be saved, but the bad
Alright.
guys won't be.
I may have to have
Good
John
call.
drop the
Hopefully, there's some bad guys hiding around those
tomorrow
hallways.
until I find out.
So he's gonna cast fireball, level 3, and it's a 24. DC 15.
All right.
Now, I will say, Killy, the only place is, if it's centered here, it's only going to go in that way, I think. Because otherwise, I think it would just go straight up and down the hall, more or less, because I don't think it would go
Correct.
around the corners.
Yeah, you're right. So it's not going to hit the one that ducked into cover here. So the three of them are going to have to make, let's see, it's 24 points of
It
damage.
literally
They're
said
gonna
the fire spreads around corners.
Does
That's the
it?
first line of
Oh,
the
does it?
spell.
Okay, so it will
Yep.
hit them then. All right.
Oh.
Thank you. All right.
He's
Everyone
like,
with
God
advantage.
damn it.
All right. So we'll count to 22. We'll count to 13. So the first one that you drop it on is going to somehow succeed the dodge. The second one directly inside the cover will not. And then the two in the back, as they get hit, The one behind cover fails, so the two behind cover will fail, and you think you've incinerated the two of them.
Okay. What about the
The other,
boomerang guy?
the other two are fine. Well, not fine. They were kind of on the verge of death. As for Captain Boomerang here, he's going to do his best to duck himself, and he takes half damage.
Okay.
All right. The wizard is dead. Will, you're up next. You're badly injured. You are muted, by the way, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. I was going, run away, run away. No, I was gonna go to the corner and try to fire some spells, but I don't even want to, expose any part of myself to either the bows or the boomerang. So instead, let's see, I was here. Will is going to do. He's going to go looking for the party healers, and he's going to take a dash action to do
All
so.
right.
And as a bonus action, I hate to use it, but I'm afraid I might not get a chance if I get hit again.
Why does John get both?
I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Your syllabus is turning by Friday, right?
Ooh, you know what? I can cast that at a higher level than 1, can I?
You can if you wish.
Emerson?
Yeah, I'm going to cast that as a level 3 spell,
You're gonna bring them home.
actually. So let's see, level 3. Come on, baby.
You don't have your sister.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
11
11
points.
points. Well, that's better than nothing.
You feel a little bit better restored, but you're still not great. All right. At the end of your turn, bursting out of this door, seeing the situation, come 3 more guards in feathery garb. Seeing Honeydew looking very badly injured, some of them think they're going to try their luck. No, they're not. They're scared of that thing. They're going to chuck it at Dr. Connors. They're going to take 3 daggers and chuck them at Dr. Connors. And they're going to guiding wind them both. All
You
of
got
them.
everything you need out?
So, 1, 2, 3 attacks against Dr. Connors.
That was all I had.
I'm rolling like my Wednesday night group. Or my Sunday night group, even. All right, Tegan, you're up next.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, Honeydew, repair yourself.
I like it.
Cannot complete.
If you give me the paperwork for before care,
I can't find it.
all right, I'll just take them and
Take
then.
them to Laura's
Dang it.
tomorrow so you can bring them over there. So I can have it.
Can I take them that early though?
Yeah, 10 after 7.
So
I'm gonna leave here at like 7:15. I'll be there at like 7 o'clock.
I told you to be there at 10 after because you're never going to get out of here at 6:45.
I agree.
I asked them
Okay.
to lay their
It's
clothes
not
out.
possible.
They lay their clothes out.
I was thinking more today. I think so, but
all right, I'm going to move to
Maybe
here
5 or 7
and
like they always
hit
do.
this guy with my scimitar.
All right.
I'll go test my.
I guess it's just my regular scimitar to
I heard that when I was
1d6
doing
plus
that.
2.
The hate with staff, does that
I
give
was having
you...
whipped cream.
Hang on.
I was making whipped cream.
Pant your key.
I had Jello with cream cheese.
Sorry.
on it.
Thank you.
God, that sounds delicious.
Because I know when I infuse it with shillelagh for the staff, it's...
Yeah. So it counts as a +2 weapon for your attacking damage roll still. So
Okay, so...
if you have...
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
Okay, it's all right. Okay. Yeah. So I have 1d6 plus 2 right now for slashing. That's correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Because it's
Um,
1d6 plus 4 for when
yours-
shillelagh's on it.
here, so let's do this. I'll add the +2 to your scimitar detail there, and now it should be set if you just want
Okay.
to wear the scimitar there.
Yep. All right. That'll work.
There you go. Doesn't hit.
Let's see. That was my action. You know what? That's good.
Okay. All right. Peering up from behind the rubble piles, the Kenku aren't particularly happy with Kent. They're going to take their short bows and fire at him. One of them will badly miss.
One
of them will not.
hit.
You take an arrow in the knee.
Ah!
Honeydew is going to move over here. I can't remember if you gave him a commanding word or not, but whatever. He's going to take one massive fist into one of the nearby ones, killing him with one strike. Then take another massive fist into the other one, killing him in one strike. All right. So two of those guards are now down. One of them still standing, looking very surprised and yeah, he's about to wet himself. Dr. Connors, you're up next.
All right. I'm going to run up and kind of straddle this guy's dead body as I hit the other one with my Windbane.
All right. You strike the spear well and true, and you take him out in one blow. He gets shocked from it.
Sweet. And I'm going to try and kick through this door and move another 15 feet in.
All right. I'll give you the view of the room inside here then.
I was gonna say, watch you walk in that room.
Cannot
it's
move
full.
straight into that. I can move down to here, I guess.
Okay. For what it's worth, inside, this looks like, obviously, it was the Dwarven Hall of Feasting. The tables in here are old, but still good. They're scattered. Some of them are actually still kind of broken. You do see 3 gigantic casks off in the corner over here, Miles. And you
Which
do
one? I'm
see
sorry? I didn't see.
over here 3 big
Oh,
casks.
okay, cool.
And behind those casks are doors for loading and unloading the casks. Actually, they're over,
alright.
kind of over here, I guess. Anyway. So, the monk, the enemy monk, not wanting to be outdone, is going to...
Unfurl his penis and attack with great power and strength. No.
No, but you watch as he takes his hand and he slams it down hard into the ground. And you hear a reverberating echo throughout the cavern. Tuck, I need you to make a con save. Con save.
Con save.
Oh,
You fail. You take the full 7 points of damage.
and you get knocked
Sorry.
back.
And
I think it's 10 feet? 15?
15. So, 5, 10. It'll actually hit the snake, too. So snake will have to make a con save as well. And Tuck, you're pushed 10 feet away.
I think I get advantage on those, right? Or no?
Yeah, you get advantage on all saves.
Well, all right.
All right. You take half damage with the snake. 3 points, but your snake doesn't move at all.
Who's casting Thunderwave?
The guy with the stormy boomerang. And with you thoroughly pushed away, he's going to take the opportunity to create some distance between you and him.
Quick question.
How
Before
far
you
does it
wait. Quick question. He's centering it on himself?
He has to.
Right.
He has to.
Self-cast. And if only pushes 10 feet away.
Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from
15.
you must
That's what I was asking. Okay. There you
Right.
go.
So wouldn't the Kenku have to save, or is that hostile targets only? Because when
Nope,
I
Kenku
cast
has
it,
to save 2.
Yeah.
And actually, it's going to kill the Kenku. Good point.
Well, I was going to
So
say, when
he's
I
dead.
cast it, I made sure there was no one else around me other than a big half ogre or whatever.
Yeah. So it actually will kill him. So the Kenku is weakened. But now he's going to, with you away from him, he's going to make this move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And he's actually going to duck inside cover here.
Where's here?
Over. He ducked into this
Up.
portion of the
Oh,
pool
okay.
here.
Cool.
Tuck, you're up next.
Did he take into the first one or second one?
Second one.
Let me measure here. Okay, I can go right up to the Kenku. I'm gonna hit him.
All right. Done. An easy hit. The Kenku's not particularly strong or particularly well off at this point, and you take him out in one nasty hit. As you peer around from where you are, you can get a better view of the area to which this guy ducked behind. It's just more rubble. Miles.
I can't. I'm just gonna move here.
Okay.
And I'm done.
All right. Snack is next.
That's a good picture, dude.
All these guys are so far away. I guess Nick's just gonna double dash. Try to
Double
get up
dash.
here.
Right guard that shit.
All right, there you go.
All right. You make your snake move right up next to this monk with the boomerang.
Yes. I'll
Kent,
hit
you're up.
someone eventually.
Kent is going to, because that thunder wave was a very loud noise, is just going to make his way here. And I would like to ready to cast a fireball down. Can you ready a spell?
Yes. You have to
Ready
say what
a-
spell you're going to ready.
Ready a fireball just in case somebody comes rushing out of that hallway there.
Okay. And I'll let you just get that much, but it peers off, it looks like, into some sort of room
That's
off
fine.
to the left, right, but it looks empty from where you can see so far.
Well, I can't see shit, but if anything comes down that hallway, it's eating a fireball.
Mhm.
Keely will wait until after your ready to action is completed until they appear.
This is where the beholder shows up. Will, you're up next.
Right.
Okay, Will is going to move. Where is everybody? May move the whole length of his move. Doesn't see anybody. He's gonna dash. Go ahead. What?
From there, from the corner, you can see Honeydew and Tegan.
I can see Honeydew. Oh, Honeydew's must hide behind Honeydew. Dash action to here,
Mhm.
and I'm going to hold.
All right. The initiates are all dead. Tegan, your bard, comes up right next to you, looking really, really badly injured.
All right. Well, the first thing I'm going to try to do is say,
Me!
Honeydew, heal the bard.
I'm not dead yet.
Command not recognized.
Damn
I'm
it.
feeling better.
I feel happy.
All right. Well, guess what I will do then is cast Cure Wounds level 2 on the bard.
Okay.
$10 points.
10 points.
And
And
I'm back over half. Yes.
then I am going to. I gotta double check my movement speed. There. All right. I'm gonna tell Honeydew protect the bard,
Acknowledged.
and then I am going to move to here and open this door so I can see what's going on over here.
Okay. You can peer inside and you can see basically what's happening there.
And you know what? For yep. No, that's gonna be my turn. I'm good.
All right.
Is that
Look into
music
it,
from the Muppets?
No, that's music from Monty Python's intermission music.
Oh, okay.
I thought it'd be appropriate. All right. The Honeydew is going to look around for any potential enemies, keeping Will within his sights. Dr. Connor, you're up next.
Cool. I'm going to run. That's 20 feet. And then that's 10. And I'm going to shoot this guy. Fuck him.
All right.
Fuck him.
I don't want to use the mark, just the normal piercing damage, please.
Okay, just the Bow of the Wilds. All right. So he'll take that hit. Actually, before that happens, now that I think about it, you watch him raise a hand, and he's going to attempt to intercept it.
Okay.
All right. So you shoot your arrow. He looks at it at the last second, and he catches it in his hand. And he looks at you, smiles, and just drops it harmlessly to the floor.
Oh, I thought he was throwing it back
And
at
as
you.
he's smiling, my snake's gonna bite him in the balls.
Your snake bites him in the balls while he's smiling. That smile very quickly turns into a gasp pain as the poison begins to course through his balls. Tuck, as you watch the snake bite into his balls, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
You're
He knows his manhood's large.
you're disturbed, but not so disturbed as to take any sort of psychic damage from that. All right.
That's right.
So
I was gonna say it just turned into a game of Darkest Dungeon.
all right. He beats the save, so he takes half damage from the poison, though. All right, he's still standing, being thoroughly pissed off with this snake.
Oh,
He is going to strike at it twice with his fists. Your snake dodges the second strike, not quick enough to dodge the first, taking 5 points of damage. Tuck, you're up next.
15. Yeah, I'm going to go from the other door and come behind him here.
All right.
And I am going to kick this fucker's ass.
All right. The 14 does not connect. The 21 will. It'll be enough. You kick this humanoid in the face, falling through with the staff. And as he rears back, he watches this boomerang clinks against the stone floor. You're out of combat.
Kent is going to go into this room and search it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Indeed. Perception.
Okay. Peering around the room, there's nothing that stands out of immediate value, but you do note the casks themselves. As you get a look at the casks, though, they have ale, but it smells like it's been ripe, like it's been sitting there for a little too long.
Does it seem flammable?
You think so?
Ale?
Mm-hmm.
It's dwarven
Dwarven-
ale. It's like fucking
ale.
vodka.
No, it's not. It's a fermented drink. It's not a hard. It's not a hard alcohol.
We're gonna say no then.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Captain Mayhem. You're welcome.
You're asking the one guy in the party who doesn't drink regularly.
The wizard thinks, I'll see if I cast Fireball again next time.
I'm sorry. You have how much vodka that you stole from the monastery? How many times ago? You have vodka that you could throw.
I thought we sold all that. We sold all that.
Did you sell it? Oh well.
Yeah.
Lost to you then.
We
Not
sold it. We sold it to the
mine.
innkeeper.
Well,
I'm pretty sure
Garen,
you took up a few bottles.
I'm sorry. I sold my 2 bottles plus someone gave me 2 bottles.
look, man, I'm always looking for something that will increase the blast radius. What do you want me to tell you?
I still wish we could have blown up that monastery with the stills.
Yeah, because
I
the lich
may
would have
or
been
may
so
not
happy.
I'm
Have
gonna
14
return back to
bottles.
this wizard and perception check, see if he had anything different than the other ones.
Not that you can see.
Okay.
Will enter into the hall.
Did we search the bodies yet?
Not the one near you. You can't help but notice that this guy, the first one you saw with a boomerang of any sort.
I will search him.
On the underside of the
On.
boomerang, it says, "G'day, mate."
So they're not carrying any sort of wealth on them, but the boomerang, you do get a faint sense that it has some sort of power within it.
I'm going to hang on to that for now.
Okay. Honeydew will acknowledge your command.
Will would sit down at one of the benches and say, Hey, can we take 5?
Would you like to short rest it?
That's what I'm thinking, man.
If you wish, you can take a short rest while you're searching through the bodies and everything.
Yeah, just let me gird up my loins.
I'll hang out, because I could burn a hit dice and get a couple spells back, I believe.
Oops, no, not that one. This one.
Song of Rest.
So,
You guys
Still in
good?
these.
so I'm going to burn a hit die,
Okay.
and I get a d6 with that.
5 hit points.
Bang, 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 bang. I'm going to burn another hit die.
You guys can restore your own hit points.
Another 5.
Yep.
Bang, 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 bang.
And
burn another hit die.
I have to link this just because I screw it up every time, and I just want to see what it is. You learn, you gain some of your magical. You choose expended spell slots to recover. The spell slots can have a combined level is equal to or less than half your level.
Was that a 1d6 or 1d8?
For Song of Rest, 1d6. That becomes a 1d8 at Lovely.
All right, Will has spent 3 hit die,
Okay.
and he's back up to 43.
Kent's going to recover 2 level 1 spells.
And I get an extra 1d6 out of that?
Yep.
I am full health. Look at that.
All right. You guys remain relatively undisturbed throughout this rest.
Okay. I'm good to go.
What?
So am I.
Shall we check east of here?
So the way I see it, we have a few ungarned down alleyways. So in the top left-hand corner, we can go down that. We can go east of where we're at now, or we can go a little bit south, and there's an alleyway that goes down that way in the bottom right-hand corner of the map.
I think we should definitely check east because we're right here.
I agree, yeah.
All right. Are you
All right,
entering
let's
into
do
this eastern room?
Yeah.
All right. Inside this particularly large chamber, the large room is empty with one exception.
The
Sticking out of a
dragon.
Sticking out of one large hole in the floor, over in this corner, is the skeletal head of a large worm. Its mouth is completely open, and it looks like there's some sort of tunnel that continues on into the skeleton of this worm.
Wait.
Worm is in like dragon thing, like WYRN?
No, like a
worm?
gigantic burrowing worm.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
It's a
Worm?
gigantic dead worm.
Where's the mouth?
It's over here.
Over there,
Oh.
beyond the skeletal mouth is a tunnel leading down.
Oh, fuck it. This bear is looking into.
All right, let's go.
Do we get an impression on how far it goes down?
There's parts of this floor that we have not yet explored, right?
The tunnel itself is 10 feet wide, and it leads. You don't know how far down it leads. It looks like it curves down. But
More importantly, can Honeydew go down the tunnel or not?
he can. He's going to be tight,
Okay.
but he can.
Okay.
I'm all
Well,
for
the only parts of this
exploring
floor we haven't explored are parts that lead us out of this map.
That might
So in
be
the bottom right leads us out, and the top left leads us out, and this leads us out. So I think no matter what we pick, we're leaving here.
Yeah.
Oh, those are probably paths to
Other portions of the temple.
other entrances to the temple.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Got it. Yeah. All right. Let's do the worm mouth tunnel
Okay.
thing.
So first off, as you're
To the
crawling
worm.
down into the worm,
Um,
it's dark and you can't see Kent.
real fast, can I, looking at the worm, is there any way I can figure out what the hell this creature was? I mean, you said giant worm, but, you know.
Nature check.
Nature?
Mhm.
Hold on. Nature.
And give me a second while I set up the map, guys.
Oh, 23.
It's a purple worm, a large burrowing purple worm, a native creature of the Underdark that can burrow a lot of natural caverns. There's a lot of natural caverns that these purple worms bury that actually serve as a natural protection barrier of sorts to popular Underdark city Menzo Baranzan.
Okay, I say hold up. I relay that it was a large purple worm and the information that Killy just relayed. Are
I
we
think it's
sure?
common knowledge that where Menzo Baranzan is. Do I feel like we're near that on the map? I guess I don't know exactly where we're at.
It's a few miles away. It's
but it's close.
it's close enough that if you took a couple of days, you can get there. But it's not so far away that it's far enough away that you're not likely to stumble right into it.
That's okay.
Or you're
No.
still walking down this cavern?
I don't know. No, I'm hesitant. I'll do it the party once, but I think this may not be the best first path we go down. I don't know.
If
Let's
everybody is
clear
willing
the
to
rest.
go,
You know what? Fuck it. I've got big balls of steel. Let's do it.
All right.
I've got dark vision. I don't give a fuck.
I can't see shit, but I'm with him.
Okay. You're being kind of led by the hand. You're in the middle of the party, but you can't see shit. Give me a second to set up the map. I'll drag character tokens in place.
I'd prefer not to light a torch here. I think that would be kind of a dead giveaway.
All right. So let me copy.
If we see one tentacle, I'm running back the way we came.
Only one.
If I see one tentacle attached to something's face, I am running back the way we came.
Okay, give me a second here. I'm sorry, just bear with me.
No problem. I do not like the fact that you're rolling that many damage or odd encounter dice.
All right, this goes into. So,
Real quickly, I'm going to ask our bard, do we have any scrolls of mending by chance?
Let me see.
I think we do.
Mending?
Yes. Damn. Does
okay.
anyone have the spell mending?
No. Are you referring to basically seal up a tunnel or something?
No, he wants to fix the construct.
The construct, yeah.
No, I do not have mending.
That was the only other idea I had for healing them.
As you descend down into the cavern,
Mm-hmm.
What about Earthbind? That'll work.
as you descend down, this is not this. As you descend down into this portion of the cavern, you get the sense that this isn't so dwarven. There is resemblance of dwarven stonework, but it seems like this portion of the chamber is much more ancient. It is dark down here. Kent, when you get down to this portion, you don't see anything. You're basically being guided, presumably by one of your companions, but you don't see anything. You're basically blinded.
I'm going to say, Honeydew, I want to jump up into your arms. And hopefully it will hold out its arm for me.
At least for a while.
Okay.
At which point there's some small, very, very dim light that allows you to barely make out some shadows, at the very least the shadows of your companions, but you are still essentially blind.
Okay.
As you look around, you find that the light is sort of a weird glow of green and purple, and it looks like it's coming from lichen that hangs along the outer areas of the cavern here. It's very, very, very dim light.
Okay.
You also, all of you, notice that there are clouds of black fog that are kind of hovering around portions of this portion of the chamber. And if you look around at it, it feels kind of oily and cold to the touch. And it's making it that much harder to see and that much harder to hear.
What?
And it almost feels a little nauseous. From where you are within the chamber, entering out of the end of this gigantic skeletal worm, you descend down into a nearly vertical tunnel that's about 50 feet above the floor into this area. You can see there are wooden steps that have been lashed to the bones of this creature that head downwards. This is still the skeleton of the creature, and there are wooden steps that head downwards.
Does
You can also see it's a makeshift staircase. There's a portion of the cavern that curves off to the right here, and you see at the foot of the foot of the stairs here, before it leads down, there's a couple of backpacks.
okay? Two things I have to ask real fast. Can I at least see back up the worm's like gullet to see like I assume there's light coming from that direction at least a little bit. Does it look like egress is attainable if we were to try?
If you wanted to climb back up, you could climb back up.
All right, well then this is what I would like to do. I would like to like feel around, ask the guys if there's anything that I can attach a rope to, because I can't see shit. And I would like to fasten the rope somewhere here and just hold on to the end of it for.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll help you with that.
Because I have 50, I think it's 50 feet of rope, so it's not far, but okay.
All right, I'll tie it up for you.
Okay. So you're tying. I'm sorry, you're tying this rope. You're trying to tie this rope to somebody else.
No, to make it easier to get back up if we had to, like, and so we can actually trail it along behind us a little bit. Yes, I know we can
Okay.
climb back. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like a Hansel and Gretel type thing, but also to help us get back out.
Oh, to follow the rope, as it were.
Yeah, but I mean, I know it's only going to go for 50 feet, but at least if I can find the rope in the dark.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Easily done,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
All right. So
Show me to those. Oh, what's this black shit? Can I bottle it? Is it like bottleable?
No. In fact, it feels weird, and it wouldn't to touch it.
Well, I'm a scaly snake man. Maybe that feels great to me.
It doesn't.
All right.
It feels oily. It makes
doesn't.
you nauseous.
All
It
right.
feels-
Let's go.
No.
Let's go to these backpacks. Where are they?
They're right at the foot of the stairs.
Oh shit. Well, let's look at those. What do I think of them?
Make an Arcana check.
Hmm.
Yeah. Weird backpacks.
Maybe someone should come look at these backpacks. I can't discern anything about them.
Lead me to them.
All right. I'll take him by the hand. Lead him
All
over.
All right.
All right, backpacks.
Look at these with your hands. Do you have a light spell, or can we have a
Well,
torch for this?
Don't
guy?
we have that torch that we've had forever that lights up like a little bit?
The unending
yeah.
candle. You still have that, yes?
That candle, yeah.
Oh, hand me the candle.
I don't have it.
I know, I'm saying that to the
We'll
bard.
say it to Will. Will, do you want to hand him the candle?
Yes, that's a good idea. The everlasting candle I'll hand over.
You get the candle, you get a better sense of the area around you, as well as sense as the rest of your compatriots do, and you're able to see now, Kent. Looking at the backpack itself, you detect the faint trace of elemental magic with the backpacks themselves.
I'd like to open a backpack.
Okay, as soon as you open the backpack, you watch as a balloon opens out of the backpack, and the backpack itself begins to levitate up.
Can I grab the backpack?
Yep.
All right, grab one of the backpacks.
You start levitating up with that backpack.
How far?
You're still rising.
I'm gonna hold on to the backpack.
All right, you rise to the very top of the ceiling, which is only about 15 feet off the floor. All of you watch as, candle in hand, Kent grabs onto this backpack with this balloon that's gone out of it, and he's just rising straight up to the ceiling. And now you're kind of stuck with this backpack on top of the ceiling.
Well, you know what's really great? We tied a rope around him, and we're gonna pull him back down. Here we go.
All right.
Remember that rope?
Yep. So go ahead and make a strength check. Won't be super high DC.
All right.
All right. You pull him down with relative ease back to the floor. Kent, you're still holding onto this balloon and this balloon backpack.
Okay. You know what I would like to do? Do I get the sense that this is a spell?
You get the sense that this is an enchantment on the backpack itself.
Is there a way I can Can I figure out if I can activate it or deactivate it?
You think you could identify it?
Well, assuming nothing attacks us for 10 minutes, I'd like to identify it.
All right. After a while, you're able to get the balloon kind of back into the backpack and then take the time to identify it. There's one enough for each of you.
This does not require a...
Does not require attunement, no. It's basically, if you ever played that Nintendo game with the balloon kid,
Yes, I have.
it's basically what this is.
Well, I'm wearing a backpack. I'm going to tie my regular backpack to that backpack, and I'm going to wear the one that floats me.
All right.
And I'm going to undo the rope that they tied around me.
Well, if you look at that rope and you go to get the other end of it, you'll realize I tied it to honeydew and not the wall at all.
Oh, thank you.
Guys, I need to step away from it.
Well, then, if there's enough for each one of us, I will hand them out to each one of us, and you guys can figure out what you want to do with them.
I'll do the same thing I watched the mage do. I'll tie my backpack to it and then put the floaty backpack on.
Done.
I was thinking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or Willy Wonka for a second. I was like, oh shit, what's at the top?
You think you could use those, by the way, to very easily climb back up the vertical shaft that you kind of descended.
That's why I'm wearing it.
That the other two did.
That is why I'm wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
I will do the same.
You said north was the stairwell?
North is a stairwell.
And
there are
there's
wooden stairs carved into the skeleton of this large worm.
Shall we proceed?
And just for reacquainting myself, this way is the way to the worm, right?
No, down the stairs. The skeleton of the worm overlaps wooden stairs
Okay.
to the northwest.
Okay,
It's just
so
a
that's
small-
the worm. Okay.
Northeast.
Okay.
I think we should check that out. Tegan, you are a stealthy character. Would you like to scout?
Sure.
Provided you don't run into an Umber Hulk, in which case,
Well, that's there's a good stealth for you.
You trip on this. Or, I'm sorry, which way are you moving?
I was moving this direction to see if I could see around this corner.
All right. You trip on your face and fall flat.
Sweet. Did I at least
I'll
get
help
far
him
enough
out.
I could see?
No, you tripped on your face too early.
Ugh. All right.
It did make a nice splat sound.
I'll help him up and look around.
Mhm.
Do I see anything?
Tunnel continues on, curves around. Without getting deeper into it, you're not going to be able to make much out.
Can I do another stealth check to try to move back around, or is that dead at this point?
You're kind of dead if you try to stealth in at this point.
Okay. Let's see. Well, someone else can move forward, or I can just move up.
I'm behind you. I just can't
Yeah, but
see
you
as
just
far
can't
as.
see. You know what?
Well,
All
I
right.
can see a little
Alright.
bit.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
I'll
Go
go
ahead.
up. Do I have to stealth? Is that what you're saying?
That depends on whether or not you're going to stealth your way up.
Sure, I'll stealth.
Okay.
Double grips! Pew, 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 pew!
Are you
You
just
stealth that
invisible?
motherfucking stealth. You're,
Yeah.
you're practically invisible. As you stealth
No
up,
one's gonna see me.
within
Oh,
the chamber
yeah.
beyond and here, there are stairs continue on, stone stairs continue on somewhere to the south, another passageway that leads somewhere to the north. But within this chamber, you see a stone pedestal in the dead center of this cavern, and on top of it is a glassy-looking sphere that's about 8 inches in diameter. The sphere itself Seems like it's containing swirling smoke inside. You see around this chamber, there is battered armor, damaged weapons, and tattered clothing, just completely all over the place. But the floor, within 10 feet of the sphere, has no such debris next to it. You can also see several weapons on the ground. It seems like they might still be serviceable, except they're very badly worn.
So, does this look anything like the bomb that's in our backpack right now?
Make an Arcana check with advantage. You think it doesn't look exactly like the bomb that's in your backpack right now, within your bag of holding, but you get this sense that the same sort of style or the same sort of magic might be contained within that orb.
Right, I'm gonna need everyone to back up.
I'm not
Back the fuck up. Here
standing
we go.
anywhere near it.
How far away am I from that? You said 10 feet circle.
Within a 10-foot circle around it, there's no debris, but otherwise there's debris scattered everywhere else.
I don't know what you're doing other than inching forward, I assume.
No, fuck that. I'm throwing wind vein at it.
Oh,
Range
Jesus.
attack, bitch!
You're throwing wind vein at the orb.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I am backing up way over here then.
Okay.
I told you to back up!
So you throw wind vein at the orb, and all wind vein succeeds in doing is bouncing straight off of it, and you hear a swooshing whirlwind begin to form around. A very, very strong whirlwind within 10 feet of it begins to blow up.
Blow up as in like explosion, or blow up like as in...
Not blow up as an explosion, but there's a whirlwind now within 10 feet of that pedestal. And as that occurs, you watch as the battered swords around the area begin to move and fly in your general direction. And everybody needs to roll initiative.
I was going to say, as if propelled by the storm, or if animated by the storm?
Animated.
What the hell's that?
Oh, thank God. I rolled a critical 20 and then a critical 1. So it made it purple. I don't know.
And for what it's worth, Dr. Connors, wind vein is now in the midst of this whirlwind spinning around it.
Okay.
Okay, until it animates and attacks you.
All right. Tuck, you're up first. You hear Dr. Connors scream out, "Oh shit!" Or maybe he
Here,
doesn't.
Scream out calculated.
Sure.
Let's measure.
I've never seen it blow up like
10,
that.
20, that's 35. I'm going to move to here.
Mm-hmm.
Here, sorry. Am I close enough? I'm going to throw my staff at this sword at the bottom.
All right. All right.
And then snap it back.
All right. So the staff
I'm
does
back.
not connect with the sword, and you snap the staff
Second
back.
time.
The second time around, it looks like it actually manages to bang into this worn sword and do some damage to it.
And then snap back.
All right.
I will move back here.
All right.
Perfect. Yep.
Okay. Dr. Connors.
I'm going to shoot that same one with my bow.
All right.
I didn't mean to roll advantage.
Okay.
Anyways, 23. All right.
Yep, that'll do it.
Piercing, and then I'm gonna move backwards.
All right. Big Snake. Well done.
As soon as he measured.
All right, there you go.
Oh, that's hysterical.
So, animated weapons.
Yep.
Fun.
There's a big.
Yeah, we have no
scrolling-
idea how they got animated or what we did to do that.
You just walked in and there they were.
No, I threw my spear at a glass ball on that pedestal there, and they animated.
Oh.
All right. Snake.
Yeah, snake move. He's done.
Okay. Honeydew will stand there and say a winning directive. Tegan, you're up.
All right. I'm going to walk up to Honeydew and say, Honeydew, put me on your shoulders.
Acknowledge.
And then I'm going to take my rope, tie myself to Honeydew,
Done.
and then command him to go attack one of the swords on his next turn.
Acknowledged. The swords will move next. All right. Those will fly in closer. Those will fly in closer, and this one's just going to move over here. Kent, you're up.
I'm going to use my ring and use the last remaining charge of magic missile on the hurt one. I don't know which one that is now. If it's in,
Back
if
here.
it oh, it's not in view. So then I will use it on that one then.
Okay.
Oh. Wrong thing.
Can you guys please stop using the towel as a fucking washcloth?
All right. 9 points.
I agree.
Okay, and can I push these two guys out of the way? I can move back further?
Yeah, I'll let you
if you want
pass.
to. Yeah, sure.
No, I mean, if they'll let me pass, I assume they would.
If they let you pass, you can pass.
Alright, then I'm going to move back to
You
there.
shall not pass, and I smash my staff in the ground.
Fuck
Um,
you. Then in that case, I cast Fireball and don't protect anyone.
Will, you're up next.
Okay, Will is going to move. He says, animated swords? I've got something for that. 10, 20, 30, 40. 25. Move to that spot. And I'm going to cast Shatter. Boom.
You have both phones, John?
I'm going to cast it on this guy here. And it's a 10-foot circle, so it should get all three.
Yes.
Have you both phones?
They'll all have disadvantage on the roll. All right, so 1 crit fail, 2, 3. They all fail. You watch as all 3 of those animated swords shatter into tiny metal pieces.
And then the metal pieces attack you.
You shield your eyes before you get splattered by them.
It's
After
fan-
jamming the power cord, Will turns and goes, now that's some heavy metal.
But all
And,
right,
and just out of curiosity, what's the blue box?
It's a whirlwind.
wait, a whirlwind.
Oh,
So first off, Doc, you're up next.
Nice.
I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna throw my staff at the Dingledorf sword that's up top there. 1, 2.
All right. Both attacks will land. And will actually be enough that it takes that last sword out.
So there's still a whirlwind going on there.
Still whirlwind going, but you're out of combat.
I will say, Honeydew, take me to that little pillar to retrieve the spear for our ranger friend.
Acknowledged. Honeydew will get to right about there. And you're asking him to take you within the whirlwind?
Well, I'm secured to him, so why not? Let's just see what happens.
All right. He's going to move in. He's going to secure you, meaning that you are safe. However, while he's inside, the sphere is going to fly straight at him. He takes a little bit of damage from the wind, from the spear, as it kind of glances on top of him, and he's going to reach out and attempt to grab it. Failing. He's going to, while you're still secured, reach out and attempt to grab it again, unless you stop him. He reaches out, attempting to grab it, missing a second time, and as the sphere comes in, you can't help but all of you notice as the sphere manages to catch one of the legs of this creature, and he stumbles back out of the whirlwind. The sphere is stuck to his leg, and he falls on his back. Tegan, I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, here's the good news. You jump off of him. Here's the bad news. You jump off of him into the whirlwind.
Sweet!
So, the bad news is, you watch as Honeydew collapses to the ground, its head reaching up and says, I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave. Honeydew is, unfortunately, has taken one too many hits. Tegan, you are caught up within this whirlwind and are being blown around you're being blown by some loose debris that has managed to get caught up into this thing at this point. I'd like you to go ahead and make a strength check.
We're not in combat anymore, right?
Correct.
I'm going to walk up to here, outside of the whirlwind, after he makes his strength check.
Oh, hold on. Checking something real quick. Okay. Alright, let's do a strength check. Get that out of the way. There's that horrible roll.
Alright. You are caught within the whirlwind.
Okay.
Okay.
And in the process, take 10 points of damage from the
Okay.
debris bludgeons into you. And you're being blown about in the whirlwind.
Okay, I would like to cast Mage Hand and see if my Mage Hand can pick up the orb.
Okay. As you pick up the orb, it looks like it just agitates the storm even further. It doesn't extend it, but it doesn't look like it helps to stop it.
If I move the Mage Hand a couple feet away from me, does it look like the storm follows?
Yes.
Wait, let me see how far Mage Hand can travel. Mage Hand, where are you? Oop, wrong one. Mage Hand. 30 feet. So
you can move it an additional 30 feet.
I know what
Every time you use it, I think.
what I'm going to attempt to is real quickly. I'm going to move it like 30 feet over into the corner over here and see if Tegan falls out of the whirlwind.
Done, but in the process, Tegan, you are still taking another 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you eventually fall out of this thing as it moves.
Give me a flashlight, please.
Okay.
No, I broke the fucking cage. Give me a flashlight.
All right, so now there's a storm whirling around that path. Still sending it around the plasma.
All right, I'll get you a flashlight.
I'll use Emerson's phone. Probably get struck by fucking lightning while I'm out here anyway.
So I will. So we're out of combat and everything, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I want to walk over here to our fallen golem and see if there was anything that can be done to repair him at all. Can I
Now,
do
does
like
that
a
take-
medicine check or anything? Just as, not that I can repair him, but something I could learn for future.
Okay. In that case, go ahead and make a history check.
All right.
Pull out a memory core. Westworld.
So, they are from what you know about golems. Golems are elemental spirits created into a material sort of form, and what creates or what form helps to form the golem is an elemental spirit bound in obedience, blind obedience, one might say. As far as what is necessary to repair it, as far as what is necessary to construct one, you would need to have the proper. You would need to have some sort of engineering pamphlet, if you will, some sort of
Okay.
something that tells you how to build it.
Some type of schematic. Okay.
Yeah.
Since you said there was a spirit, do we think that the spirit has now been set free? I mean, I don't want it to be trapped in a crumbling body.
You think so?
Okay. So then I will remove the spear from his leg.
Done.
And hand it back to Dr. Connors.
All right.
Hey. Thanks, man.
And then I will use my fate energy to heal myself.
All right.
Let's see. Let's do.
Kelly, while we're doing that, do I get the being near the orb or being near the whirlwind? Is there anything I can discern about maybe turning off the wind itself?
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. How do orb work? You don't know.
Orb liar.
So
That was pretty good.
So the orb's up here now, but it's still making that whirlwind, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. For now.
We still have to kind of figure out what to do with that.
Well, leave it there.
I'll say this: as you kind of sit there and discuss it, after about a minute, it eventually dissipates. But
The orb's still there, but there's no storm. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
It takes a minute, but it eventually dissipates.
So, because it's sitting there, I'm going to cast Mage Hand again, right? And just reach out and touch the orb. Does it, start to do anything?
Yeah, it starts it up again.
I lean back over and I go, guys, it's like an Etch-a-Sketch.
God damn it.
Alright, I'm going to leave it alone.
Alright, you leave it alone for another minute and it dissipates.
Okay. I would like to do a perception check on this pedestal to see if there's any inscriptions, writings, or anything we can discern that may tell us more about this orb.
Not that you can see.
Okay.
Alright, so are we deploying southerly?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. My tactics didn't work, so I'll follow your lead.
Well, yeah, usually throwing your weapon at something. You don't know. Gary, you want to take or somebody want to scout the south? Since I can only see with this little light.
Do we have like a cloak or some cloth we could throw over that orb to see if that?
Yeah, I put on a cloak once.
Yeah, we know about your cloak. I'm just
Well, let's
curious.
run back and get that cloak, or we can throw it over top.
After a couple of minutes of casual observation, you think the best way to avoid causing that thing to start a ruckus is to leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah, but it's in our way though, right? It's up
No,
here. And...
it's not.
It's left alone in the corner over here.
Oh, it's over here in the corner. Oh,
if
okay.
we're not
All right,
going to
never mind
touch it, it'll be okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Dr. Connors, you can peer around in the southernmost cavern.
All right.
The tunnel continues off to the north. There's another one that continues off to the east. Inside here, that blacky sort of inkiness I was talking to you about, it hangs low in this cavern. It kind of clings to the floor of the cave, in fact. And you can see the walls in this part of the cavern glisten with moisture. You can also see there are several sets of very crude bronze manacles that have been anchored to the walls. And 3 of them have human captives.
Alive
all of them
or
are
dead?
You don't know. They're all unconscious. You think they might be alive. They're groaning, and they're writhing kind of slowly. There's a steady breeze blowing through this passageway from the west, from where you are, while on the east end, you hear the distant sound of running water.
How far can I see with my little lamp thing?
You can see about 20 feet in front of you. You can hear the moans of the prisoners, but you can't see them.
I can't
I
see
yell
them.
back up and say, guys, I need some help.
All right, I'm gonna walk up, and then real fast.
Okay.
Can I
Dr.
see?
Connors,
Oh
Dr.
shit!
Connors, as soon as you make your way over there, you fall into a pit 10 feet deep. And inside the piece, you hear rumbling. And you see, out of the corner of your eye, within this mist, some sort of aberrationist creature that looks
It's a spider fuck.
like... It looks like this. So first things first, you land on your ass and take 6 points of damage.
keep
And
that
everybody needs to roll initiative.
keep that thing the hell away from my cocaine. Oh. Hey, Killy.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get the impression, or like, can I see that now or no?
All you see is Dr. Connor slip into the inky blackness below.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't.
Well, he'll hear my scream as I see it. That's for sure.
Sure.
How tall is this cavern?
It is...
Can I see the roof?
The roof itself is about 15 feet above you. There's enough lichen that lighting up the area for you to be able to see the roof.
Okay.
What was that backpack called? The inflatable one?
It's
Balloon pack.
Yep, the balloon pack.
All right. This creature will go first. Now tell me, Dr. Connors, are you wearing anything metal?
No, only all of my armor and weapons. Nothing other than that.
Okay. But all your armor and weapons are magical, though, right?
My chain mail is not. I mean, my scale mail is not magical.
Oh, perfect.
My helmet's magical, and my other things are magical.
Okay, in that case, it's going to move right up next to you, and it's going to strike out at that chainmail, using its antennae. And as it does, about a foot of that scale mail begins to corrode and dissipate. Well, I was going to try it. You need to make a dex save. We'll count to 21.
Sure.
You managed to dodge out of the way before its antenna can reach you.
Nice.
All right. Will go next. I think he's still AFK, and I've already rolled his initiative for him. So he's going to move to join the rest of you, and he's actually going to dash up here, seeing the captives, and he's going to hold his turn then. Dr. Connors, you're up next.
Can I jump out of this hole, or how'd that work?
It's 10 feet. It's a 10-foot deep pit.
Right, so can't jump out of it. Okay. Well, poop. Is this an animal, would you say? For instance?
Nature check.
Sure.
It's a monstrosity of the Underdark.
Not an animal. Okay. Not a beast, I guess.
No, its classification is monstrosity.
I guess I'm gonna put Hunter's Mark on it and hit it with my Wind Vein. Or not.
Nope. It manages to duck out of the way before your Wind Vein connects. Sneck is next. Sneck can sense that you're in danger. This Sneck is like that.
Now, Snake's not going to fall into a pit but she is gonna move up here somehow. I don't know, like right. Where's the knot pit?
To the left.
Where do I need to be
Up
here?
to your left. Up to your left.
All right, here.
Higher.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I can attack with 10 feet, so I'll attack from here.
Well, you're 10
You
feet in a
can't,
pit.
because you're 10 feet in the pit. If
Oh,
Snake's
is
gonna
that
attack,
thing down in the pit too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I thought it was like over top of me.
Snake will need to
That
move
makes-
to the edge there, and even then, Snake's gonna make a dex save if he wants to stay up top.
Yeah, Snake's not scared. Let's do it.
All right. The strike manages
Oh,
to connect
that's
against him.
yeah, that's a spill
Okay.
check. Hold on.
All right.
There you go.
Okay. All right. We'll say that she's managed to stay up there if she so wishes. The bite will connect with this creature, who will crackle and hiss in pain as it does. Kent, you're up next.
Kent's gonna run up to here. Just run into the room. Now I assume I can see.
You can see it's blacky inkness on the floor.
What-
You know that Dr. Connor slipped down there somewhere, and you can see there are 3 haggard prisoners on manacles in the room.
I cannot see the rust monster though.
No.
Let's see. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, damn it.
Other than hearing him yell, I have no idea what's going on, correct?
Correct.
Alright. So here's what I would like to do. Can I see that there's a hole right here? At the end
Make
of
a,
that?
make a perception check.
Okay. No!
No.
Well,
You don't know where the hole is.
in that case, I'm going to... Hold on. I'm going to... Whoop, hold on. Because I don't know what's going on, I'm going to run forward 10 feet.
All right. In that case, you fall into the pit.
Okay. I'm in the pit now.
Yes.
Well, hello.
Do I see
You
the
think-
creature now?
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall prone. You see the creature now.
Okay. Even though I'm prone, may I activate my backpack?
All right. Done. As soon as you're prone, you pull on a little chute, and the balloon begins to cause you to rise.
Now, am I starting to move up?
Yep.
Okay.
About 5 feet, if you wish.
Well, I'm just going to let the thing go as far as it can. Okay?
All right.
But, if I can see that creature, right?
Mhm.
And now I'm not really prone, I'm kind of in the air prone.
Yep.
Can I cast Firebolt as a bonus, not bonus action, as a cantrip?
Standard. Yes.
I'm going to target that thing and cast Firebolt.
All right. You'll have disadvantage on it because it's still
Oh,
technically within melee
Then I'll
range of
roll
you.
it again. Hold on.
All right. Still hits. And still is enough that you managed to burn the creature away. It's not a particularly strong one. It's just opportunistic. You managed to take it out. You're out of combat.
I'm still floating up.
Yep.
Okay.
You managed to float your way all the way up to the top of the muck and back into the room if you so wish.
I'm going to stay there.
All right.
I'm gonna scream for help. Well, not scream, but like, hey,
Why would you scream for help?
because I'm in a hole, right?
Yeah, what do you have on you?
Oh yeah. I'll just activate my backpack and float out.
All right.
That's
You balloon kid your way out.
Damn, that thing is crazy.
I'm just
Guys, I'm
going to
back. Sorry, I had to duck out.
I'm just going to stand overwatch above these guys while they check out the way cullet.
Well, within this room, there was the rust monster and a blacky hidden that they took out. In this room, there's also 3 prisoners in bronze manacles. Tegan, none of them look familiar to the Mirabar expedition.
Living or dead?
Appear to be
We don't
living,
know.
but they're groaning and they're writhing about.
What's with the funny shading in the room?
It's oily and black.
It's
Oh,
there's
that's-
it's oily and black on the floor.
And there's a
And
hole.
There's a pit of some kind, at least 10 feet deep, that your companions warn you about.
And where are the prisoners?
Shackled up along the walls here.
Are
There are three.
we in combat?
No.
We'll go over to, I guess, the one over here.
Okay.
And is he cogent? Is he able to have a dialogue?
Are you going to attempt to start a dialogue with him?
Yeah, I'm gonna, try to shake him, see if he's lucid?
He's conscious, but he doesn't look like he's able to maintain any sort of consistent dialogue. He's just kind of writhing about and is moaning as if he's in some sort of pain, or possibly drugged. You're not sure which.
I'll cast healing word on him.
Okay. All right. You study him a little bit. He begins to shake the sort of malaise, and he looks up at you. And as you get a better look at him, you notice that he is dressed in what looks to be some sort of red priestly sort of garb. And he looks up at you and he says, "Which one are you with?"
We'll give him some water. And
The water elementals. I see.
and say yeah. And say none of the above.
So looking at these guys, do I recognize any of them from the caravan from earlier?
No, none of them.
What significance do the red robes have?
Make a perception check.
Can I perceive that they're probably fire cultists?
Mike, Dr. Connors, go ahead and make a perception check as well.
Sure.
So there's 3 prisoners in here. The 2 on the northernmost wall, Dr. Connors, they're wearing robes that you think designates them as fire cultists. The third, on the other hand, looks like he's just a riverboat crewman. It looks like he doesn't look like a fire cultist like these other 2. He's wearing what appears to be a riverboatman's sort of, you've seen the riverboatmen along the rivers nearby and how they handle the trade and everything. This guy looks like he's a riverboat merchant.
Is that the one that Will just healed, or is that a different guy?
No, the one Will just healed is one that looks like a fire cultist.
All right, I'm gonna try and cast healing word on the one that looks like a riverboatman,
Okay.
or cure wounds. Sorry.
All right.
There you go.
You heal him. It shakes him from his malaise. He looks back at you and he goes, "Don't bite me, please."
God damn it! Not here to bite you unless you deserve to be bitten. Now, who are you?
My name is James.
James.
I'm
James, why are you here, James?
I was taken off my riverboat. It was stolen from me.
Okay.
The Maiden
By
Fair.
who?
Pirates.
The boat the pirates had.
Hey,
that
I've
was this
seen
guy's
that
boat.
boat. I'll let this guy go.
Where is it?
Can I undo his manacles, or how does that work?
Make a strength check.
Okay.
Well, actually, before that, so make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. So the manacles themselves just secured by cotter pins. They're fairly easy to remove, but the captives can't reach them. You think you could probably reach up and pull them out with relative ease if you want
Yeah,
to free them.
I'll undo that.
All right, you pull him out. He collapses to the floor for a second, kind of on his knees, and he gets up and he checks his wrists a little bit. Clearly, he's been restrained for some time. And he looks up at you and he says, and he backs away a little bit, still startled by the appearance. But he says, "How do I get out of here?"
Yeah. Follow me. I'll tell you all about the pirates we killed and where you can probably find your boat. I'll kind of lead him to the stairs and then tell him where he needs to go to get out.
The one next to you will say, "Care to lend a friend a hand as well?"
That's it, you will.
We'll say, well, pump your brakes there, kid. Kind of leave him shackled for now.
Okay. He looks at you kind of angrily. You lead him out in the direction you came, as you will, Dr. Connors, and point him in the direction. He will thank you and begin to make his way out,
All right.
doing as best as he can to try to sneak away. And he will.
I guess I could give him like a little bit of food. I have some rations on me if he's
Okay.
hungry for the
Done.
journey.
We'll
He will ask you for a dagger while you're at it.
Do I have a dagger?
Do you have a dagger? Or anything to defend himself?
I don't really have. I keep a bunch of shit. I don't have really anything.
We'll hand him a light crossbow if he'll take it
Perfect.
out of the bag. So we're
All right.
on the 4 light crossbows.
Done. And he'll take, I assume, some bolts from you as well.
Yeah. I'll give him my handful.
He'll thank you, and he begin to make his way out.
All right. Will will say to the man in the red robes, I'll tell you what, I'm going to play a game. It's called Let's Make a Deal. If you tell me everything I want to know, and I'll let you out of those chains.
He looks at you and he says, well, I'm not certainly not in any sort of state to argue. Very well.
Very good.
Let's play your game.
How did you come to be chained up to this wall?
By pissing off the wrong people.
No. That doesn't work. That's not how you get out of chains. You get out of chains by giving me specifics.
We were sent to ambush a couple of members of the air cult. We were caught.
So this part of the temple belongs to it was dominated by the air cult. Would you agree with that statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that tells us something. How long have you been here?
At least a 10-day.
At least 10 days. Okay. What else? I look around at my fellow party members as if to say, what else should we ask this guy?
How familiar are you with this area?
Can you draw me a map?
No.
I had to try.
He will say, I can tell you that members belonging to my cult reside in the northwestern portion of this cavern.
Of this cavern we're in right now?
This portion of the cavern connects all of the temples.
Oh.
And all of the ruins below.
There are more ruins below this one?
Dwarves were not here first, you know.
I say we'll let him go if he gives us his robe.
Well, actually, before you even offer that, I want to ask him, if we were to let you go, is your plan to return to your cult?
Not with you leading the way.
All right. Gonna take that robe now. Just need to.
He looks up at you and he says, out of curiosity, you certainly don't seem you belong to any of the four. Who are you, and how did you get down here?
It's Hans Gruber.
We are the Diamond Bears. Fear us.
Diamond Bears. Good to
Surely
know.
you've heard of us. We're a pretty big deal.
I've heard rumors.
Well, as you can see, the rumors are not totally exaggerated.
Evidence of you being down here is certainly evidence of that.
I'm going to say to Crow real fast while this is going on. I'm going to be like, hey, Crow. Not Crow. Hey, hey, Kagan. Because I can't really see that well. You want to jump in the pit and see if there's anything down there? You know, that rust monster seemed like he was pretty like he'd been there for a while.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm floating above the pit, by the way.
Okay.
So while he's doing that, why are the
climb on
cultists
down.
down here in these caves? Clearly, these are not a safe place for any mortal to be.
Only if you're given the blessing of the elements.
Searching the pit.
Cryptic
I will
motherfuckers.
do that. Is there anything down here?
No, unfortunately not.
So they got this blessing of the whatever you said, and they came down here because
Because there was power. And I can see by your spear, you strange stake creature, that you've already met this power at least once. Tell me,
That's what you call power.
Go
he
ahead,
says,
Gus.
he says, tell me, feels good to wield it, does it not?
That's what
You
she
have
said.
no idea.
Will quickly says. He looks over at Kurt. And
As you
points
say
at
that, you hear the other cultist who's still chained up and was never healed just groan.
he points at the prisoner and says to Kurt, "Blessing of the elements, chained to a wall." Points to himself. No blessing. He just starts capering. You know.
Point taken.
All right, I'm going to unmanacle this guy on the condition that he gives me his robe. He has to agree to that.
I agreed.
All right, I'll unmanacle him. I'll pull the pin.
Okay, he falls down much like the other one did, grasps his wrists a little bit, and begins to disrobe and hand throw it at you.
Will will give them a water skin and some rations, a little bit of food. Because 10 days they probably haven't had anything.
Well, the other one's still chained up, and you haven't done anything with him yet.
Well,
But
we'll let him.
Yeah,
let him go
Will,
as well.
go take care of that other one over there. See how he's doing.
Yeah, will check him.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab this one and throw him in the pit.
All right.
I've got the rope. I didn't want any blood on it though.
Oh, okay. Make it
Okay.
attack.
Okay.
Will's walking over, and all of a sudden, because he's disrobed, all of a sudden you hear, and you look behind just to watch as this prisoner
tripped.
falls into the inky blackness beyond. There is no blood on Dr. Connor's spear.
Will just kind of looks at him and goes, "Dude, seriously? Like, you know."
He got me all riled up about talking about power. It just felt like the right thing to do.
Will unmanacle the other one and lead
Okay, he
him
falls.
to the exit.
Okay, he actually falls flat on his face. He does not get up. He's still writhing and moaning.
Kent slowly balloons himself over, pushing along the roof over toward Dr. Connors and says, "That's what happens to racists."
I didn't want to, but I had to. All right.
Oh wait,
So I'm
he
gonna
wa-
put this robe in my backpack and save it for later for maybe some acting that one of the other people who isn't a lizard man will have to do. So get ready for that, everyone. If you want to take the robe off the other one, maybe two of you can infiltrate, but it's up to you.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, the ones wearing those robes ended up in chains. Maybe it's not the best disguise.
Well, the fire cultists are still down here. Just these two were douchebags. I'm not putting it on right now. I mean, I'm just saying if we find them and maybe we want to stealthily sneak into their encampment and see what that's about, we can. Or we can just kill them all. You know, whatever. Maybe we can like, hey, how do you hold these big orbs of power? Oh, that's really cool. Stab, stab, stab. You know, just shooting the shit.
What became of the orb from the whirlwind room?
It's still just laying on the ground
It's
over
laying
here
on,
in the corner.
it's laying on the ground in the corner of the room.
Isn't that like something really important that we should take?
Every time you try
If you
to
can figure out how to pick it up, yeah, that sounds
I tell
good.
you
every time
what,
you try to disturb it, it causes this whirlwind to swirl around.
Kent says, "You be my guest."
Has anyone tried casting Dispel Magic on it?
No.
Don't have dispel magic.
All right,
That seems like something a magic user would do.
Will will go back. Funny. Will will go back, not being a magic user, but he will go back, and he will pull out his instrument and cast Dispel Magic from the instrument on the orb.
All right,
I'll watch from here.
done. The orb is still sitting in the corner.
Is there a whirlwind?
I think you should go try and pick it up.
Yeah, go pick it up.
There's wind swirling.
Did the whirlwind go away when he cast it?
There was no whirlwind to begin with.
Yeah, it calms down and stops whirlwinding if you don't touch
all right,
it.
all right. Then hold on. Then I was under the assumption that there was a whirlwind going on. If there's no whirlwind,
It whirlwinds if you touch it.
if it's just sitting there, can you mage hand it into the bag?
He mage handed it whirlwinds. We tried.
You tried that.
So you did or did not cast the spell magic on it?
No. I'm not going to cast it if there's no whirlwind. I thought that was what was keeping us from getting it.
From what you were able to discern about it, if you disturbed it in any way, moved it, mage handed, whatever, it would start the whirlwind, and then the whirlwind would dissipate after about a minute.
While he's trying to figure out what to do with the war, I'm gonna come up here and kind of peek around this corner and see what I see.
Don't
If there's
split the
anything
party.
this way.
There's a set of stone steps that leads up.
We're breaking rule like 101 here. Splitting the
Don't
party
split
with-
the party? Yeah, no shit.
Don't split the party. I'm gonna stand over here.
And I'd assume down here around this corner we see the same type of thing going this way.
Actually, this leads into some sort of room beyond.
Hey, Kill.
Hmm
I'll
Quick
come back and let the
question.
party know.
A rust monster, which
Mhm.
I'm sure we've been relayed to what this is now or whatnot, right?
Not really. All you know is it's a monster of some kind.
Can I look at it and see if I know what it is, or like try to identify it?
Nature check.
Nature. I 100% know that it's a rust monster.
You 100% know that it's a rust monster. You 100% know they scavenge underground. They are subterranean. They are usually docile, but they corrode metals. They very effectively corrode metals, and then they gobble up the rust they create.
It's a monstrous creature, so it's really big, right?
It's kind of big. It's not super big.
Do I get the impression
About the
that-
size of a large dog.
Do I get the impression that even while dead, any portion of this creature could cause something to corrode?
Based on your nature check, you think if you were able to successfully cut off the antennae, you might be able to use it as a corrosion material, at least for a while.
Okay, am I wearing anything metal? No. Would I know that it really can't affect magical metal?
You would know that much, yes.
I will ask one of my compatriots to see if you can cut off the antennae of this creature. Being careful not to hit yourself with it.
I'll try.
Well, I'll let you try first. I'll go after.
Okay. You crawl your way back down into the pit next to this creature and try to sever its antennae.
Sure.
Okay, make a dexterity
Gotta
check.
check. Do it. Dex check. All right.
Easily. You grab the 2 antennae that make up this creature.
All right. I'll climb back out and hand him over. Here you are, sir.
I would like to hand them to my friend Garen, because he's practically naked. And I know that there's nothing on them that is going to rust. And I say, maybe you can find a use for these.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I may strap them to my cock and then I can hit people with it and then the rest of them are off. I haven't decided yet.
Sorry.
My unarmed attacks are enchanted with rust. Slap, slap, slap.
But yeah,
I
Pant,
don't know if corrosive material like acid type stuff would be good on a large phallus, but that's just me.
yeah, but Pant, there's nothing
I'm
we can do.
resilient.
We just left it there. I pushed it off into the corner with Mage Hand, and that was as far as we could do anything with it.
Kelly, if you'll allow, I'd like to press the digitate and use a little puff of wind to see if I can move it with that. Once I get to a safe distance.
Okay. I don't believe a little puff of wind will do anything to it, no.
All right. Very well. Until I can think of some way to do it, I will return.
All right.
It just strikes me as an important piece. Anything over here that's cut off by the black? Is that a corner we need to search?
Over no.
Mm.
Where to, guys? Want to go up or down?
I'm thinking over this way.
Yeah. Let's see. Will stealth if you guys want to follow.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Will stealth up to about here.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you manage to sneak your way up into that general direction, and you get a better sense of the room beyond. There's a stone staircase that continues up into somewhere else, but beyond you can see a fast-flowing stream of water into sort of a collection of a lake, and then it flows somewhere underground somewhere.
I'll follow Will.
I'm going to get up to here to try to look up that passage.
Okay. It looks like it leads up into another portion you think of the Dwarven ruins.
We'll go to here.
Okay. As soon as you make your way over to there, you hear more water moving about in the stream nearby, and you see as it begins to take a shape. And the creatures look like this. And they look at you for just a moment, as if waiting for something.
I will so they've noticed me.
They've clearly noticed you.
All right, then I will slowly make my way back.
All right.
You stop me when something happens.
As
Otherwise,
you begin
I'm going to go back to there.
Okay.
And report to the party what I have encountered here.
Okay. Well, what did they do?
They popped up, they looked at Will. Will retreated, and they went back down.
They didn't attack you?
No, but they clearly noticed me, and just in our history, living things made out of water just generally don't fall on our side of the flowchart.
But they didn't attack you?
No, but I was hesitant to proceed by myself.
All right, well,
with those two, given that they knew I was there, and I figured we should approach them jointly.
all right, well, let's gather our group and move towards it. I assume you want to investigate further to see what these creatures are?
Well, no, I don't even necessarily think we need to deal with them if it can be avoided, but we certainly would like to progress through this area, so better to do that as a group than individually, given that there's two of them and they looked pretty intimidating.
All right, well, Garen has moved forward, or Friar Tuck has moved forward, and so has I will move forward as well. And I think Kurt is AFK still.
Okay. They'll move him forward. As you approach Kurt, you don't see anything other than this fast-moving current.
At this point, I look at the bard and I say, "Are you sure you're not seeing things?" I'm going to approach closer as well.
No, they were there, man. Will says they were right there. No, don't guys. Don't go near water where things are living. Didn't we learn our lesson with the tentacle beast we fought in the forge?
Do we still see anything?
No.
I ask Will, would you kindly go up there and show me where you think these things are? Because I'm not seeing a damn thing.
Will go up to here, pull out his instrument, and begin to play something soothing and flowing, like a liquidy musical piece. to try to attract them.
Okay. Go ahead and
I
make
know,
a performance check.
seems silly, but that's all I got.
Okay. As you perform next to the rushing stream, all of you watch as some of the water does begin to take the shape, but it begins to take the shape of two very lovely-looking ladies, except they're made out of water, and they kind of dance along to the song as Will plays it.
Will will say that's new. They weren't ladies before. They were like water.
Kent says, "Are you sure you
Things.
saw what you saw before?"
Yes. No, I'm pretty sure I saw what I saw.
These things
As-
hardly
At
look
least-
like
but
these
they-
things hardly look like monstrosities.
Yes. Well, how monstrous could they be? And they appreciate fine music.
As you're in the middle of this, all right. If you're still going to keep playing, they're just going to keep dancing kind of along to the music, and the music up goes throughout this cavern.
Will actually stop and bow to them and
Okay.
say, "Can you communicate? We come in peace."
They just look at you.
Hmm.
The two forms disappear into the rushing water.
All right. Well,
Kelly, since we're
they
here,
don't-
can we see what's that way and that way now?
Cavern continues along to the northwest
Okay.
and curves along somewhere. This cavern continues along next to the stream up to the north somewhere.
Thank you.
Where do these stairs go?
Up.
Will actually venture up a little bit.
Hey, I'm back. What the fuck is that on my screen?
What the fuck is what on your
A
screen?
water weird.
Well,
Well, it's supposedly a
It's a figment
creature.
of the bard's imagination at the moment.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, no, you guys saw.
I saw two beautiful-looking women. I didn't see a
Well, they're made of water. Obviously, they can change their shape.
I don't.
The fact that they can mimic shape belies intelligence. So I
Okay.
attempted to communicate with them, and they weren't having it. So, since they don't appear to be harmful, let's leave them be and proceed on our merry way.
I think the bard is drunk.
oh.
What?
So first off, the map on here, I'm going to have to fix this, but the map on here doesn't have the markers that tell me what room is what. So I have to pull up the map separately on another tab. Or am I looking at the wrong thing? This is fucked up as it is already, but
So what are you having trouble with?
I'm looking at so Will making his way up the stairs. He wants to peer into where that leads, and it leads into.
Oh, because it doesn't
We
go
don't
onto this
see
map.
no
It's a separate map.
stinking
I see.
map.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, we could just go up the steps if you can transit. Oh, you're
But
saying
he
you
doesn't
won't.
know what the map is. Yeah.
The map that it's going to transition you into
You don't know.
doesn't
What,
have. Well, I'll be able to find it here in a minute.
Okay,
The
take your
problem
time.
is they don't have the markers on the map itself, and I'll have to fix that later.
It's all
Do
right.
we want to go see what's around this corner and this way
That's
first?
fine.
Yeah, we can come back to the stairs. We'll just mark it as a place we need to go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That give you time to open what you need to do. So I'm gonna come over here and look around this corner and see what I see.
Okay.
We need to go up those stairs
Give
there.
me just a second.
All right.
That is the
Oh,
best
whoops.
arrow ever.
Thanks, man.
That's like an orc arrow.
Yeah, really. Peering inside, Tegan, it looks like it leads up into some sort of chamber, and with your high pass perception skill, you hear something chattering in Draconic. It sounds like lizardmen.
I love lizard men.
Kind of whisper this back through the group so they can pass along information that there are creatures north of us.
I'll whisper back. There are super awesome people north of us.
Let's
Game
go
of
check.
telephone.
Let's go check it out.
All right. I'll go to here.
Okay. Are you just moving your way up?
Yeah.
I think we should have someone that was also a reptile moving a little.
Jesus.
You move up into this portion of the chamber. You can see there's a big stone bench that is surrounded by a dozen humanoid skulls against the northwest wall. In the middle of this room are hot coals glowing in a fire pit. Surrounding it are crude nests made out of moss and mud. As you enter in, you can see a bunch of lizard folk. They are armed with a mixture of spears and a bunch of spears, shields, morning stars, and javelins. And they look up at you and they kind of hiss in their sort of lizard tongue. And you see a particularly large, what looks to be a male, and a slightly smaller but still large-looking female over in the northwestern wall. And this individual sitting on the stone bench surrounded by human skulls looks at you, especially Dr. Connors, and he says in Draconic, "Who are you?"
I walk in, speaking Draconic. I go, "What up, my slithers?" I try to give this guy the secret Snake Man handshake.
He leads
He
up to-
doesn't know the handshake. All right, we'll move on. Hey, how's it going?
They're all stirred immediately, and they have javelins out. And he
Hey,
looks around.
Whoa! I'm not here to fight. I'm just saying hi. We're wandering through, and we're part of the cult. I have my robes in my bag. I'm just
When did
wondering what's
this turn
going
into
on.
a Marvel movie?
A what movie?
A Marvel movie.
Oh. This one will look the one on the skull throne of sorts will look back in your direction, and he says, "You, which four are you?"
Which what? I didn't.
Which
understand
one
why
of the
Draconics
four
were
are
doing
you?
Which one of the
Oh,
four?
I'll like show 'em my red robes. I'm like, fire cult man. I know I'm green, but fire cult, they really called me. I like the fire.
They all hiss.
Ooh, not fire cult fans. I'm still Snake Man, yo.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Fuck.
Deceivers. And they all hiss, and they begin to move their way towards you. And then Drexa stops for a minute. Excuse me, the large lizard stops for a minute, and he raises his hand. And all the lizard folk look around at him. And he looks at you, and he says, "You seek to hurt water, yes?"
No. I don't seek to hurt anyone who's not seeking to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at my wind vein here. I'll pull up my staff, give it a little twirl.
As
Like,
you
yep.
as you pull out your spear, they all step back a bit, and they kind of hiss in amazement. And Drexa, well, he'll introduce himself as Drexa. This guy in the skull throne will look at you, and he'll say, "Strong you are to take her out."
Yeah, she thought she was a little stronger than she was, but turns out not. And now I have this sweet spear. Yeah, sweet spear.
You work for fire, yes?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm always up for new things if you're recruiting.
He looks around uncomfortably at some of the other lizard folk, and he says, "Return to your masters. You'll get no help from us."
Okie dokie. We'll just all right, we'll be going on this way. Get the fuck out of here. Go this way.
As we're walking
can't-
down
I
the
don't
hall,
wanna fight all this.
as we're walking down the hall, I'm going to be like, at no point did you think to ask who they work for?
No, it didn't come up.
For what it's worth, by the stone bench surrounded by skulls, there are two large wooden chests, and he's also wearing what appears to be some sort of large gold pimp chain around his neck.
Oh,
Oh, well then we have to fireball them. That's all there is to it. Okay, well let's turn around. I didn't see those.
you know what though? That's in acting with your character and the staff.
It's interacting with your complete lack of character.
So are you all going for this then?
I'll follow him just to back him up. I'll be like,
we're just gonna be in the rear shaking his head like, I can't believe I'm with these people.
Okay.
Oh man, I really want to.
What
Can
are you
I
doing?
shoot a spell before combat starts?
You're kind of under a very watchful eye here.
Okay. Do we want to roll in? What are we doing here, boys? We got to kill this guy. Clearly.
So first off, you're up here.
Oh, okay. We didn't like back up when he said, "Dude, get the fuck out."
oh,
or
I
something
was
like
talking
that.
about here.
Okay, yeah. Oh, then we can do that. All right.
You're like, yeah, the guy with the fireballs right there. We can do it.
All right. Let's, sounds great. All right. Let's.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and roll
I
initiative.
guess. Yeah. Guess I'll pull out my bow. Initiative.
Oh.
God damn it. I rolled a 21, but I didn't click myself.
All right, so I need to. You already added yourself.
Yeah, I put it.
Okay. All right. Can I?
Well, wait a minute. We actually
What?
haven't attacked yet, right?
Not yet. But
All right.
they see. So you haven't attacked yet, no, but they're ready for you to attack.
Okay.
So, Tuck, you're first in the initiative order.
What the fuck are these initiative rolls, guys? Come on.
Well, I was gonna say. Never mind. If we're just going straight out attack.
Can I sneak by everybody or?
The guys in front of you are kind of blocking the way.
Yeah.
Dr. Connors kind of has a choke point right in there.
Choke points. Could ready in action if they get in range or something.
How high is the ceiling in this little cave thing?
15 feet.
Can I use the balloon to fly over them?
Sure. All right.
I love
Movement
it.
speed halved or normal?
It's, let's see, what does that say?
I think you have to. It floats you up, and then wouldn't you kind of push off a wall or something?
It's counted as a levitate spell. So
I could push off the walls. I'm dexterous enough for that.
So you can levitate it. You can actually levitate a total of 60 feet within one turn. Well, you rise vertically up to 20 feet, so you can get up to the ceiling if you wished, and then just remain suspended up there.
Can I push myself off a wall?
Sure.
I'm going to push myself forward so that I land in front of Kurt.
All right.
Roughly here. So
Okay.
once I get there, I use a bonus action to drop.
Yes.
I would like to use my bonus.
Use the reaction to drop safely.
Reaction.
Yep. Reaction is burned that way.
Okay. So to get up there, was that an action?
No, that'd be your movement. I'll say this, it was an action to use the item. So you do have that. If at most you have a bonus action available to you.
Okay. So I'm going to walk 5 since I'm on the ground. Yeah, I'm going to go here and I'm going to hit the guy to my left.
All right.
With my bonus action, which is that.
All right. It connects. He tries to duck to raise his shield in order to stop the blow, but doesn't do so in time. And he punches hard into his scaly face.
I'm going to use one key to do a flurry of blows.
All right. You follow through. He's injured by that. If he takes another hit that hard, it looks like he'll go down.
Actually, I'm going to try and push him back. Strength check. See if
Alright.
I can slam him against the wall for
Alright.
extra damage.
Not particularly strong. You slam him against the wall. Go ahead and roll an extra 1d6 damage.
1d6.
Alright, badly injured, but still somehow on his feet. Not by much, though.
Yeah,
Dr. Connors.
I will stay here.
Alright, Dr.
I'm
Connors.
going to cast Spike Growth.
Alright,
It's a 20-foot radius.
where's the focal point of the radius?
There.
Alright, there you go.
So it should be 8 by 8, I believe.
I think so.
Yep, awesome. So yeah, if they start their turn there or move within it, it's damage for every 5 feet they go, and it's rough terrain for them.
Yep.
All right, cool. And then I think that's all I can do.
Alright,
Oh, I'll put Hunter's Mark on the big one sitting on the throne. You said he was bigger than the rest, yeah?
yes.
All right, Hunter's Mark on him.
Alright, so I have token marks for a reason. There we go. He's marked. Alright, all the lizard folk will go next. Seeing this... Well, I guess they're not going to be able to see this spike growth.
Yeah, it blends in.
So this guy's going to move in. As soon as he does, he's going to take enough damage that he just goes straight down.
Nice.
The one next to Tuck is going to take... He's actually going to attack you twice. He's going to swing at you with a very large club, and then he's going to attempt to push his shield onto you, which has spikes on top of it. So we'll start with the club, and then follow through with the shield. So
Not
you'll take
missed.
that hit.
Yeah.
The shield bashes you. You're surprised by it. The rest of them will grab...
You cut off.
I'm looking at the spell again, because I'm looking... Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast makes the perception check.
Okay, so they know
So,
it's there.
so they know it's there. The one guy here is just bloody and stupid. So they all know it's there. So the rest of them then are going to take out some javelins, and they're all going to chuck javelins out. Spike growth constant? Yes, it is. Okay, so two of them in the back here.
Yeah.
No, it's not concentration. It stays there forever. All right. So these guys are actually kind of at quite a bit of a distance, but so they're going to get disadvantage on the roll, but they're still going to chuck javelins in your direction. Miss. 17 connect?
I think I am at 17, so it's
Yep,
not-
so that
yeah,
will
it
connect.
hits.
All right, so you need to make a con save. Whoops. Let me fix that.
Oh, I was like, I don't have 4 health. What the
No.
fuck?
No, you should have. Yeah, you should have 49 now. There you go. All right, so
Con
go ahead
save,
and make
you
a
said?
con save. Yep. Constitution
Oh,
breaks, so the spike growth is no longer there.
Well, that was a big bowl of poop.
Seeing that, the rest of them are going to move forward. And he can't get very close, but he's going to take out his javelin. The last one that was going to take out a javelin while running, he's going to chuck it in your direction again, Dr. Connors. We'll count the 11. He does not get disadvantage in that attack roll, but that'll still miss all the same. And then the other two will, one of them getting up next to you, one of them getting up next to Tuck, are going to pull out their own clubs and shields. And one of them is going to bash against you, Dr. Connors. The other one's going to bash against Tuck. Against Dr. Connors, are both of those hits. 11 total.
Mhm.
And then 2 attacks against Tuck. And 19
Yes and
will
no.
hit. All right. Will, you're up next.
Okay. Can't really see much, so I'll have to move up. I assume I can get to there. I don't think I can get past Kurt.
Sure.
I certainly can't get past those lizardmen, I don't think. Let's see what to do. Well, anything I cast that involves them is going to affect you guys as well.
I can take it.
No. I was going to do a hypnotic pattern.
Maybe not that.
Can I? We once said something along the lines of I could tell them to close their eyes so they're not affected.
You can. Well, I'll allow you to do that as a bonus action if you want to do that.
Then I will stage whisper to Tuck. Eyes go blind, my man. And hopefully he picks up that I'm casting a spell he's seen me cast before. And let's see, that's a 30-foot cube. So I can do
As I close my eyes.
30 feet, right? So let's see. All right, so I can get them in the 30-foot cube. And I don't know if you'll allow this guy to be, since he's partly in that square. If you want to maybe give him advantage on the save or something like that.
I think as long as they can see it.
As long as they can
They
see it,
don't
they're
have to
going to
be
be
in the
affected.
cube.
Yeah.
They have to be able to
But
see
they don't have to be in the cube?
Right,
No, they have to
right.
just be able to see the pattern. It's the most overpowered spell in the entire game.
All right,
Strong. That's
in
pretty
that
strong.
case, I will cast it roughly here. Oh no, actually over here, so that should shield Kent.
Crow, I don't think so. I have to read the spell. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'll cast it. Well, it doesn't matter because it's going to fill an area that even Kent can see. I'll just say to everybody, close your eyes for a moment,
Mhm.
and I will cast hypnotic pattern. Bang.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lizard folk who have to make that wisdom save.
What about the two in the back?
I believe I'm counting 7 total, right?
1, 2. The guy in the
Two.
throne is 3, 4, 5, 6,
Well-
7, 8, 9.
Well, the other two have their own character sheets. That's what I'm counting.
Oh,
So the two. So as for the 7 guards, save, fail, save. What's your DC?
Save.
15.
15. Save. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Fail. Success. Fail. So 3 of them fail.
3 crits.
One in the back gets affected. And 2 close to the front, which is going to be this guy. Whoops, wrong mark. This
I like
guy.
that one.
That's the mark for slow, though. And we'll say this guy.
Actually,
Uh-huh.
if you those 3 who succeeded, or the 4 who succeeded, they have to do that with disadvantage thanks to my instrument.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that
So
makes it even more overpowered.
1, 2, 3, 4. So they have to do 1. So we'll do those 4 again. Success, fail, fail, fail. So the one in the
So-
very, very back is the only one who succeeds.
Well, shit.
That is actually pretty OP.
Mm.
Okay. And then for the other 2, first off, the lady next to the throne
The red
Fail.
background. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
and the king will also fail.
Yeah.
So all but one of the lizardmen is affected by this. All right. So the hypnotic pattern goes out. In the future, I'm not allowing you to close your eyes because that's ridiculous. Tegan, you're up.
Okay.
Come on.
So based on my question I sent you, that's not possible, right? It has to be a level
Like-
5.
Just like the spell for me because I
Okay.
really don't remember.
All right.
Just taking advantage of the rules, boss.
Unfortunately, DMs can make up the rules as they go along.
Yeah. So At higher levels, when you cast this using certain higher level spell slots, you choose one of the summoning options above, and more, twice as many with the 5th level, 3 times as many. Okay, so if you cast it at 4th level spell, it just uses a 4th level spell slot. It doesn't give you additional creatures.
Okay, that's what I wanted to confirm. Okay, so from where I'm at here, can I see this
Anything?
guy?
Yes.
Okay. So, is Tuck hurt?
No. Not really.
All right.
The only one that hurt is Will. No, not Will.
Dr. Connors took a couple
Good
in,
doctor.
but
Yeah,
otherwise,
that's fine.
too
I'm
bad.
not. He's more than five meters or whatever away. So what I'm going to do, sorry Tuck, is cast Ice Knife on that guy
Fine.
Nice.
at level 1.
Okay. So the spell will certainly hit, and you're hitting it on the one right next to Tuck over here, right?
Yep. So it should hit the 2 in front of Dr. Connors too.
Yes. So first off, the knife hits and basically just takes him out. You hit him that hard. No, you don't. 26 is the roll. I'm thinking 26 is the damage. That's not right. Okay, it hits
I'll
him.
take that. I'll take that as a damage.
I'm sure you will. He's,
I will.
so he's still very much alive then, but he's
Oh,
broken
okay.
in place. But the shard will explode, doing the 2d6 cold damage to everybody nearby. So Tuck, you'll need to make that dex save. And I'm just going to double check the charm stat to see if they roll theirs with disadvantage, because I really don't remember. They have advantage on abilities, but no, they don't. So
As soon as they take damage, they should pop out.
What am I dex saving?
against ice knife.
Oh,
So you're taking 6 cold damage from the ice knife.
nope. Half.
You're taking 3 damage from the ice knife. And the others, I rolled 1 too many. We'll count the 15 and the 10. So one of them takes half damage, and the other one will take full damage. But those other 2 lizard folk then are broken from the charm, the hypnotic pattern.
You rolled the right amount of them. So the one guy gets hit, and then he still has to roll a dex save.
Yeah, you're right. So I did right. Okay.
Yeah, you did it right.
All right. So those 3 are broken from the malaise, though.
And I will say that's my turn for this round.
Okay.
For the next part.
All right. It's Big Snake.
Snake's gonna bite. That's what snake do.
Snake's got to do what a snake's got to do.
This one closest here.
All right. It will connect.
Sweet. Is it dead?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Yep, it's dead.
Cool. Can
It's
the
dead,
snake
Jim.
slither through? That's pretty funny. Can snake slither through off to the right without incurring an attack of opportunity from this guy, or is that a no?
No. If he got off to the right, then this guy would get an attack of opportunity.
No problem. Snake's just gonna stand right here then, I guess.
All right.
All right. Hold on.
Kent.
Well, I'll just cast Firebolt at the one directly in front of me.
All right.
And
All
that's
right.
it. I'm just going to stay there.
All right. The fireball connects hard. It's weaving its way right over Dr. Connor's shoulder and ignites him in flame. You watch him as he hisses and collapses to the floor, flaming. All right. The supposed king and his female consort there are stunned. Tuck, you're up next.
I'm gonna move up to Wait, is that one up top not?
Correct.
You still got this guy over here too.
Yeah,
Oh.
you still have the guy right beside you.
Oh, I didn't even see him. Okay, I'm gonna hit him then.
Okay.
My name was covering him, apparently. 1, 2.
That will hit. That 2 will hit. And he's still standing, though. Barely, though.
3.
Manages to knock out away the
4.
last one. Doesn't see the 4th one coming, and he takes it and goes down.
Later, noob.
Anything else?
No, sorry, I'm done.
Dr. Connors.
I'm gonna shoot the one way in the back there that's still up.
All right.
There it is. Oh,
Nope.
God.
Hard miss.
All right. Well, the snake's gonna bite no one because they're this charmed one here.
Okay, sure. All right. It does not connect. The snake isn't able to get its way around Tuck's large member.
Damn. All right. I'm gonna
Kinda
move
blocking
out of
the
the
way.
doorway so people can get in.
Okay.
Snacked by the snack, eh?
Yeah,
Something
there you
like
go.
that.
I'm coming over here.
Okay. The last remaining wizard folk who did not get charmed is going to move and spend both of his actions for the turn, shaking the king and queen out of their malaise.
What a dick.
The king and the shaman, at any rate. Will, you're up next.
Okay, Will is going to step in to the room, stay to the wall. He's going to see that going on, and he's going to take action. And let's see, what's he going to do? Yeah, let's get physical. And he whips out his instrument and blasts the 3 of them.
All right. So we'll start with the regular guard, who will fail on that save. He's hit very, very hard, but he's still standing.
Oh.
The gal off to the left there will succeed, and will only take 9 points of damage. As for the big fella, did not meant to do
Yeah,
that with
that'll
disadvantage. He'll count
save.
to 20.
Yeah.
Well, he'll save all the same, and he'll take 9 points of damage.
No, still not bad.
All right. Tegan, you're up next.
Oh, it's my turn again? Okay. Well. You know, I'm gonna move to here. And actually, can I get by Tuck
snake?
over here?
Yeah,
That-
probably.
That path. Okay. So then I'd like to move there, cast Shillelagh on my staff,
Shillelagh is cast.
and hit this guy that is stunned.
All right. All right. You managed to connect the hit. He was suddenly shaken out of his malaise, but he's taken that hit pretty nasty.
And that's all I'm going to do that round.
All right. Snack is next.
Oh, after a nice hiss, snake's gonna move up.
Okay.
To like, well, I don't know if they're gonna target snake, so to like right here,
Okay.
and attack the shaman.
All right.
And not
Hard
or-
miss.
All right.
She managed to duck out of the way with relative nimble ease. She's used to dealing with reptilian creatures.
Oh,
Kent, you're up next.
I'm gonna firebolt the. Wait, I'm gonna step up a little. Obviously, I'm gonna
Mhm.
step up to here. I'm gonna firebolt the one that taking hit.
All right. Firebolting the one that Tegan hit.
Mhm.
That will connect. It will burn him hard, but he's still on his feet, barely.
Okay. That's it.
All right. So, next up. You watch as the shaman raises up some sort of quarterstaff or something it looks like, and she utters something in Draconic. And
Do I understand what she says?
she's conjuring a spell.
Okay.
Oh, conjure animals, reptiles on.
And I just have to discern what reptile it is that I'm going to be summoning.
18 baby crocodiles.
Cat.
Yeah.
I wonder
Counterspell.
if this will pull up.
No. You have counterspell as well. I'm holding my.
Dang.
What do you call it?
Oh, please don't counterspell it. You miss all the
I
fun that
I'm
way.
not counterspelling it because I don't have that many spell slots left for level 3.
It's my last level 3 slot, but Will, as she's mouthing the incantation, he will pluck a mystical chord off tune on his instrument just to cause her to like hesitate and blow the spell.
Okay. As you do that, you manage to successfully counterspell it as she attempts to summon these creatures out of the Fey Wild, something you've seen Tegan do 1,000 times, and you know what's coming. She's stunned by this off-tune chord as you strike it, and she looks back at you in fury, and you can't help but notice, you think there might be a tear, a small, tiny tear coming out of the tiny corner of her left eye. She's
Her eye, the
totally
GM's
disappointed by it.
Will just kind of shrugs as if to say, I'm a stinker.
All right. At that response, the big fella's going to move next. He's going to move right up next to the snake, and he's going to attempt to skewer that snake.
Traitor.
No, don't do
Traitor
it.
to snake kind.
He'll move in first with the bite.
Think he's gonna try and bite me, the snake?
No, I'm sorry. He's going to attempt to strike it twice with his trident that he's wielding.
Ooh. Oh, the second one hits for 4.
Okay. With the second one, he's going to use a special ability to attempt to skewer it, doing an extra 3d6 damage.
Well,
So you're going to take 14 points of damage on the snake.
He's going to attempt to do that. Is there like an attempt roll that I get to not
Nope.
take
He
that
just
damage?
because he gets the hit off with the trident, he can do it. It's something he can do once per turn, and as part of that, you can't help but notice that it looks like he's regenerating a little bit of health because of it.
Well, he was already at full health, so fuck that guy.
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
He took a
was
little
he
bit of
da-
damage. He was
Okay.
damaged a little bit. He is no longer damaged.
Cool.
Taki, it's your turn at the top of the round.
I'm going to attack the one next to me.
All right. Miss.
Really?
That'll hit.
Is it one of the special ones or just normal?
It's a guard. It's a guard, and he's down. He manages to block both your attacks with his spiky shield, and he kind of hisses at you in success. Doesn't see the fist coming. You knock him out.
Oh, nice. I'm done.
Dr. Connors?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot fucking Trident Man here. But first, as I'm pulling back the bow, I'm gonna be like, "Mushi, guide me," and use a charge.
All right. Misses.
Oh, that sucks. All right.
He ducks out of the way. He watches the spirit energy of the bow manages to not quite connect. Ping! The arrow flings off the side of the cavern wall.
Let's see if the snake can hit him.
Yes. All right. Bites hard into him. He will make that con save. Succeeding. 13 points of damage total.
Cool.
All right. At the top of the round, we'll go with the regular guards. The one who's not stunned is going to move back here. He's going to shake this fella out of his malaise. And then the one who's shaken out of his malaise realizes what's going on, and looking at you, Dr. Connors, he's going to chuck another javelin in your direction. Critically missing. It sticks right in front of you, about 5 feet in front of you,
Nice.
to one of the nearby beds. Will, you're up next.
Okay. Hypnotic pattern. No, only kidding.
Ha 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 ha.
I'm out of third level spells anyway. Let's see. What do I have a lot of? Oh, I know.
No, it's a
Okay,
self with counterspell in the encounters.
Let's see. These two guys in the back are just chucking javelins, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, let's put a stop to that. I'm going to use the Wand of Entangle. And it's a 30-foot cube, so I'm thinking I can get... all of them. If I started the line here and everything beyond that line. $10, $20, $30. Okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, so I can get... All right, so I'll get all of them. No, the shaman, the king, and one of the two in the back. That should do it, right?
What? I think you can get them all right.
Like that?
Yeah, something like that.
No. I don't want to. No, I don't want to get snack.
That's
No, it's a third. I'm sorry, it's a 30-foot cube. So 10, 20, 30. I can get that far across. That's 30 across. Right?
Sure.
Oh yeah, so I need.
And then I can get up. I can get that up.
Sure.
So I can get all of them except for this guy here on the end. All of them except that guy, I think. Here, hold on. I'll draw it out.
All right.
It should be starting here. Like that. That's the 30 by 30, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Wand of Entangle. Huzzah! Yeah, because each square is 5, right? So it's 30 on the side.
Yeah, you're
6 by
right.
6.
I got
Okay.
excited. I thought I could get all of them, but I can't. That's fine.
No, not quite. All right. So we'll do Entangle. I believe the DC is 13 according to the wand. And it's a... no, it's a strength.
That
No, it's strength.
DC
Strength.
is 13.
Strength save, DC 13.
Yeah.
All right. So the guard, single guard, will save. The shamanic-looking individual fail. She's entangled.
Haha.
And as for the king, he will save. Tegan, you're up next.
Okay. Do something different. I am going to cast Wild Shape and transform myself into a panther.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to run. I'm going to run here. That's 30 feet of movement.
Okay.
Run here. That's 20 feet of movement. And I'm going to attack him in panther form. So I get a shot at knocking him prone.
All right. All right. 18 will connect, doing the 6 points of damage. And does he have to make any sort of save, or is he just knocked prone instantaneously?
Pounce. Wait a sec.
Claw. Dex, or strength saving
Yep.
throw.
Strength saving throw. Yep. And he succeeds.
He succeeds. He is not
Yep.
prone, but he is attacked, and he takes that claw. Snack is next.
Is gonna try and attack this this king dude.
All right. All right. 14 will not connect. He manages to shift out of the way just before the bike connects, seconds before the bike connects. Assuming you're done. Kent is up next.
I'm going to take a step up, and using my cantrip on this guy back here, I'm going to activate the staff and see what happens.
Good man.
So, let me see if I hit with the firebolt.
You do.
Now, what do I need to roll?
So the first things first is, if you wish, you can regain 13 hit points.
Oh, I would like to regain as many to top me off.
All right, total of 13 you can regain.
Okay.
And then I need you to make a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. Okay. Wisdom save. I
You
saved.
succeed. Whatever ill effects that the staff might have against you, you save against it. You successfully regain 13 hit points, and I'll go ahead and just add those for you.
Thank you. Okay,
And that'll put you back to full.
And that's all I'm doing.
All right. The staff pulses a little bit with black energy as it drains the energy of your victim. It's still standing, though. All right. At the end of your turn, seeing an opportunity, then the shaman, staying within her own entangle, is going to extend her own hand, and she's going to attempt to entangle the rest of you.
Well, she's restrained. Can she cast spells while with the somatic component?
She can still move her hands. She just can't move.
We have advantage on attack rolls, and she has disadvantage on dex saves, and she can't move. But that's it.
She can still cast it.
Yeah.
And we're going to put that on top of all of you. So you all need to make a strength saving throw.
Oy.
Except me.
This is true.
Except
you.
yes, except
Because
for
I'm
you.
nowhere near there.
The DC to beat is 12.
Wah, wah.
Hey, look at that. I beat it.
Will's entangled.
Nagini's entangled, but Kurt is not.
All right. Nagini's entangled. And Tuck, you need to make your strength save.
Which it's a snake, so I don't know how you do that.
Strength?
But I believe it.
Strength.
Saving throw.
You're good. 2 entangles going on here.
Will and Will is entangled.
Will is entangled, yes. And I got the marker on you. All right. The king, taking his skewer, is going to once again attempt to skewer the snake. A 21 will hit, and with the 21, he will skewer it for an additional 9 points of damage. Snake's looking pretty badly injured, and the Lizard King regains more health. At the top of the round is Tuck.
Can I move?
Yes, but it's difficult terrain, so you'll move at half movement.
I'm gonna move right. Who's on the right?
To your immediate right is Snake. There's still a charmed dude down here who's not doing anything.
Right
And
here.
there's the king.
Right.
and
Who's on the
the
upper right? Where's the shaman?
king.
That's the
The
king.
shaman's to your left.
That's the
Shaman has a
shaman.
net on it.
The shaman's on the left?
Yes.
I will hit her.
All right. Okay. The 15 will connect. The 10 will not. And
The other 15 would connect.
the other 15 will connect as well. As you finish those punches in, it actually takes her out. And the entangle will disappear around the rest of you, meaning that Snake and Will are no longer entangled.
And on my upper right is the king guy.
Yep.
I will use 1 key to flurry of blows him.
Okay. Yep, that'll hit. He takes that hit, and he hisses at you.
And I'm going to try and push him back 15 yards.
He has to make a strength check.
Yes.
Strength save or strength check? I guess it
Check.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, I don't think it's going to be the DC.
Fail.
All right, you push him 15.
And Sneck gets an attack opportunity.
All right. Done.
Holy shit! Fine.
All right. He resists against the better part of the poison, but you still take the damage from it. You finally get
Nice.
one really nasty hit against him.
Yay.
All right. Dr. Connors, you're next.
Cool. I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Healing Spirit
All right.
on top of my snake.
All right.
And I'll do the heals for that in a second, but I'm going to shoot this guy in the face. I did not mean to put a circle on him, though.
All right.
And I'll use a charge.
Okay. I'm just going to make you're already been already. All right.
I did not
13
mean to roll as a 7, sorry. Did it even hit?
13 does not connect.
Okay, then I won't worry about it.
All right.
Let me add.
Did you already
health
do
to
the
him.
healing for your snake then?
No, I haven't.
All right.
He gets 5 points.
Okay. Okay, so if you're all done, the two all right, so the 2 guards who are otherwise okay are going to shift around. They're actually going to shift out of this entangle because he's not entangled, and they're going to attack Tegan with their clubs and their spike shields. The first attacks 13 and a 4 against whatever the tiger's AC is, which is not high. So the 13 will connect against the tiger form. And then the second attacker will swing in, and he's actually going to follow through with a bite. And both of those will hit for 8 and 7. So the tiger, you shift out of tiger form into your natural state, and you take 6 points of damage on top of that to your natural state.
All right. I've been wanting to see how that actually worked anyway.
Yep. All right. Mr. Will.
Mr. Will. Let's see. Going to let's conserve some spellage. I'm going to draw my rapier and playing danger zone. Yeah, danger zone. I guess just as good as any. That at least gives me advantage. You don't have to play the music. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm just screwing around with music anyway. We'll play Danger Zone. We'll finish out the night with Danger Zone. Sure, why not? Kenny Loggins clears out. All right. You stabby stab, and stabby stab successfully, hitting him hard. It shakes him from his malaise, finally. And he turns back at you with a hiss. Sound a little bit more like Gollum than a lizard, but there you go.
Little tea with some honey will clear that up, Will says. Or I can stab you again.
I am a coffee man.
Funny, you look like a lizard man.
But all right, Tegan. You've been
All
shifted
right.
out of your wild form by these
Yep.
2 badly injured guards.
But my shillelagh still is enacted on my staff, correct?
Correct.
So this is the guy that I hit earlier, so I'm going to hit him with my staff.
All right. Okay. If did we say it was transformed into a scimitar?
That was like a while back. That was
Okay,
not
all
this
right.
time around.
All right. Whack. You clock him out. He's out.
All right.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my Fey energy to heal myself as a bonus action.
Sure. 3 hit
So-
points back. Or no, that's not it.
Roll. Let's do 3.
I was just preemptively rolling for myself. So.
Okay.
So 6 back.
Yep, I just gave it to you. All right, Snake is next. And you gave Snake back 3.
Yes, please.
All right, done.
Cool. Yeah, Snake's gonna move over there. And attack this one here.
All right. Okay. So 14
Yeah.
will not connect.
Oh, okay.
Sad day.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. If you're done, Kent.
Ken's gonna move to here, or
I'm
rather,
sorry,
go
before
ahead.
you do anything, Snake can get a hit in if he wants to as a reaction.
On who?
The other lizard man up there.
Oh, how? How do I get a
10
hit?
feet.
Wait, what?
Well,
That
no,
guy's
was
still
the snake
alive.
Attack and I rolled a 14.
Oh, that was the snake attack. I'm sorry. I thought it was you attacking for some
yeah.
reason. I'm sorry.
No, no
okay, go
problem.
ahead. All right, Kent, you're up.
I'll move to here and I will cast Firebolt on that guy.
All right. He's looking at Will,
Oh, missed.
but he manages to see the firebolt out of the corner of his eye, and he ducks as the firebolt knocks a bit of loose gravel behind in the cavern nearby.
That's it.
All right. The shaman is dead. The king, not wanting to miss an opportunity, is going to shift out of this entangled area, and he's going to attempt to skewer the snake again.
He don't-
Stab,
This
stab.
guy's an asshole.
he don't
So
like that
we'll
snake.
do.
Sounds like the king's hungry.
Right?
9, 9. Okay, so that first stab with the trident will actually take him out on the first swing.
Yeah.
Snake goes down and is unconscious. In the meantime, the Lizard King will restore some hit points after that first skewer. He'll then turn around and roll that 18 into Tegan's back.
Oh.
So you'll take that 11 points of piercing damage instead. Tuck, you're up at the top of the round. You just roll.
There's
So
still
you're
one
going
in
to
my
get
little
stabbed in the
right
back.
there.
Do what?
There's still one in my little right there, yeah.
Yes, and he just got shaken out of the malaise by, I think, Will stabbing it with a rapier.
I'll hit it once,
Miss.
twice.
He is not able to get the block up for the second swing. He takes that hit, but he's still standing. Not by much. Blocks that attack.
Flurry of blows.
That'll do it. He doesn't
And-
expect the final swing to come in, and that takes him out.
Oh, okay.
There is now one guard and the king himself.
I'm going to move here.
All right.
But I can't do anything else.
Okay. Got Connors.
I'm going to use a bonus action to move my healing spirit through Tuck if he's missing any health, 1d6, and then over to my snake, who will be healed for a 1d6.
Tuck, feel free to roll 1d6.
I think I need it, yeah.
All right. Snake's back on his feet then.
Snake's alive with 1 health. Coincidence, just in time for me to shoot this fucking lizard man.
Get 3 health back.
Here we go.
There.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Are you shooting the king or are you shooting the guard?
The king, sorry.
All right.
I'm
I thought so.
I'm trying to blow a charge.
All right.
There we go. Does that connect?
Yes, it does.
Holy shit! Finally.
Shark.
Oh.
Piercing. Shark. Do 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 do. Not too great in the D4 rolls, but he will take the 8 points of piercing
44,
damage.
holy shit. And then Snake will bite him.
Snake will come follow through. He doesn't expect the snake to get in. He thought the snake was down, so he'll take the piercing.
No one expects the serpenting position.
And he's still hunter's marked from the very first time we started.
Yes, he will succeed against the poison, taking half damage on it. But he'll take the full brunt. So he's pretty badly injured. Still on his feet, though. He's a tough bastard.
All right, that's it.
The last remaining guard is going to slice and dice into Tegan. First with the club, then with the shield. Hitting both times.
Yep.
Tegan's looking a little battered. Will, you're up next.
Okay, Will, no longer encumbered by attacks of opportunity. Can I safely move here?
You'll be running into your entangled, so that'll be difficult terrain, but otherwise, yes.
But there's no other penalty.
There's no other. I'm sorry, what?
There's no other penalty for moving.
No,
into
it's difficult
the
terrain, so it moves at half movement.
No, that's fine. I got plenty of movement. Okay, I'll do that, and I will attack with the rapier.
Okay.
The Lizard King.
All right. Yes. You got the rapier hard into this creature's leg. It hisses in pain.
I've got tone firing.
All right. Tegan, you're up next.
All right, I'm going to continue to hit the guard with my staff.
All right. He blocks the attack.
And then for a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay. Done. You heal yourself up. Snake is next.
Unsurprisingly, Snake's gonna fucking bite that guy.
Mm-hmm. Miss.
Or not.
He raises his foot before Snake gets a connection in.
Right, that's it.
Kent.
Oh, he gets a heal for 1d6.
Yeah, go ahead and add your hit points and everything.
Kent's going to try to take out that last remaining guard
All right.
with a firebolt.
That'll do it. Tegan, you duck just in time as the fireball connects with the last remaining guard, who doesn't see it coming at the last second, hissing as he is engulfed in flame. All that stands is the king. Having had enough with this snake, he's going to skewer it. Well, he's going to attempt to just stab at it once. That'll knock Snake back out. And then he's going to turn around and he's actually going to attempt to skewer Tegan. 16 will beat your AC, I imagine.
Yes, it does.
Even
All right,
with the
skewer.
shield?
I don't have a shield because my staff is two-hander at the moment.
Oh.
All right, you're taking a total of 13, and he will heal for 8. All right, at the top of the round is Tuck.
I'm going to hit him. Is there only one or two?
Just the king now.
Just the king, yeah. I will hit him. He's right next to me, isn't he?
Yep.
Oh! He's hit hard. He's still standing miraculously, but he's really, really badly injured by those hits. You think if you hit him about that hard one more time, he'd go down? All right, he's badly injured, but he's still on his feet.
One more time. 3 blows.
How do you want to do this?
I want to swing a backhand and spin his head around so fast it snaps his neck as he falls to the ground.
It's like watching a martial movie artist in slow motion. You watch as the first staff swing comes in. Clearly, he's paying more attention to the snake and Tegan than the true fury behind him. The staff clutches hard into his backside. He hisses out in pain, begins to turn. You watch as the head turns away to look at Tuck, who's behind him. The staff cracks back into his jaw as he does. He rears back as the jaw comes in. It follows through with a punch to the groin, which he then keels over, trying to cover, and as he begins to try to even raise his defenses, you watch in a fitful of dance as Tuck comes up with a hard uppercut against the jaw, spinning his head around so hard it twists 360 degrees and practically pops off of his shoulders to the ground.
Epic.
And the last remaining body of the Lizard King falls to its knees and falls prone. You're out of combat.
I want to
As
go
of-
here and perception check that staff she had to see if it was anything useful.
So I'll make this real easy because we're running low on time. So, looking throughout the room in here, the staff she has is not magical or special in any significant nature. It's just kind of a crude wooden quarterstaff. But within the room here, within those two chests, is a total of 2,300 copper, 1,250 silver, and 290 gold. In addition, the king was wearing around his neck a heavy gold sort of pimp chain that's worth about 200 gold.
I'm sorry, Kelly. I spaced on the first part of that. I apologize.
Sure. So the chests are 2,300 copper, 1,250 silver, and 290 gold.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Can
And
I
then the
buy that pimp chain from the party? So 200 plus gold from me, and I'll just wear that.
Dr. Pimp,
Lizard King
me.
pimp chain.
Yep, that's me.
How much is the pimp chain worth?
200.
200.
Okay. Should I mark down that you want to hold on to that when we do the party treasure?
Yeah. So I'll just take 200 less gold from the party treasure,
Yep.
and then I'll hold on to
I'll make a note that we're not going to sell that, but
Sweet.
we'll figure that out at the end. All right. So the coins, the pimp chain, anything else on the shaman or anything?
Not really. Doesn't seem that way.
Very good.
You get the sense that a bulk of her power was actually innate.
Coolness.
If as you mark down that treasure, I think that's all we're going to have for time for tonight. It's already after 11 my time, so.
Just before we break, are we going to short or long rest here?
I don't know. It didn't work out too well last time we tried the long rest inside this dungeon, so.
Yeah, but I think if we just check out this passage here, we might be able to. I don't know. I guess we can hash that out next time.
Yeah, let's deal with that in
Next
3
time.
weeks.
In 3 weeks.
All right. Well, this is awesome, guys. I like it.
Yeah, really fun. I'm going to miss this for 3 weeks for sure.
Yeah.
Guys, good luck on the expansion. Have fun. I'm sure it'll
Thanks,
be great.
Yep.
For a lot of good things.
Have a good
Yep.
night, everyone.
Thanks, buddy.